statements to qualify you. Most banks require at least 2 years of tax returns and many other supporting documents. When the big banks say no, we say yes. You can have your home equity line in as little as 15 days. We have a simplified process that helps get you a home equity line of credit in half the time using half the documentation that the big banks require. It's never been easier. Call now, 602-509-3000. That's 602-509-3000. Find out just how easy it is to get a home equity line of credit without jumping through all the hoops at a big bank. Call Desert Equity Lending at 602-509-3000. 602-509-3000. Desert Equity Lending MB 0906989 NMLS number NMLS 1733669. Conditions and restrictions apply.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Think for a moment about how much time you spend planning your vacation. Now, think about how much time you spend planning for retirement. Maybe it's time to change your focus. Maybe it's time to take a trip.
I'm Mo Ansari, host of Market Wrap and president of Compact Asset Management. My team of certified financial planners uses a target retirement income planning model, or TRIP. TRIP is an important tool which we use to evaluate investment strategies and lifetime income products. Then we use that information to determine the best strategy that could provide you with the financial security you seek and the peace of mind you deserve. Call Compact Asset Management at 1-800-388-9700 for your comprehensive, customized TRIP report with specific recommendations designed just for you. Call 1-800-388-9700. That's 1-800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA, SIPC.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet, or bougie, or
This is fire.
actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Fallon Hills at 95.9 FM. Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it. All right, everybody, it's Thursday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And, well, we're kind of excited because we're going to be giving away all sorts of Kasai Japanese Steakhouse gift certificates. That's right. It's Christmas in July with Kasai next week. And here's how you can win a $50 gift card from Kasai. You got to listen to the Daily Blender and every hour because it's Christmas in July.
Wait, let me guess. I know what it is. It's you have to remember all the days of the on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
That's really annoying.
No?
That's a very annoying song.
5 golden rings.
Well, no, not wings or rings.
Hey, Lords a leaping.
No, we're just that's
7 swans a swimming.
Well, you were in the meeting, Randy. I'm surprised you're still on this.
We talked about this.
You're not going to talk us into changing the plan.
Tim.
So the plan is
9 lords a milking.
Randy, first off, the lords aren't a milking, and if they are, they're probably getting arrested. So, no, here's what it is. Every hour, we're going to give the name of one of Santa's reindeers.
Yeah, that's what it is. Damn it.
And we're not going to announce it all fancy like, now the reindeer's name is. You're going to have to pick it up in casual conversation, you know? Yeah, Randy will say something like, wow, he hit that ball and it went up into the stands like a comet. Oh, what, about 450-foot home run. And
Wait a minute. What?
What?
I would never say that.
I just was an example, Randy. I mean, I don't know. What would you say for comet then?
I would never say that.
What would you say for comet?
There's a comet careening towards the Earth, and it's going to destroy life as we know it.
But that's not, you have to work it into actual casual conversation, connecting it to what we're talking about.
It's
I
not
mean, I
what
don't know how well
understood.
that's going to work with all these
I
reindeer
would
names.
never just say he hit it out of the stadium like a comet. I would never say that.
Yeah, the defense is blitzing. Yeah, I know.
It's not correct grammar.
I don't know about Donner, unless he's like, oh, that plane went down. It was like Donner Party all over again.
No.
Keon's too young to remember that they all ate.
I don't know because of the face he just made.
I think he knows they ate each other. Yeah. Did you know they ate each other?
I do.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have a list of all the reindeer names in front of me right now.
Yeah,
but,
Cupid. Boy, Randy looks at Jeffrey like Cupid.
No, maybe you're not going to get to say any of these. I feel like maybe you're not. Well, you're not good. So, but you get the idea. We will work a reindeer's name into casual conversation. And here's what you do. When you catch that, you text it in and you say the reindeer's name is so-and-so.
Rusty.
And there's no reindeer named Rusty, Randy.
Wait, yeah, there is. Come on.
There's not.
Come on, man. I mean, there's got to be one named Rusty. There's Roger. There's Penelope. There's Mike.
None of this is correct. There are 12 reindeers.
There's Shane.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and Rudolph, the red-nosed.
The hell happened to Roger? And what's wrong with Shane? And where's Sean? And where's Rusty?
Some reindeers are for flying. Others are for eating. You've known this. Santa Claus likes a nice reindeer steak every now and then. So not all the reindeer in the corral.
Are you saying Santa Claus eats reindeer?
How do you think he keeps those other reindeers from just flying away?
Oh my
God.
Poor Shane.
I'm going to need to take the rest of the day off.
Nice try. Not going to work. So anyway, next week we'll work every hour, we'll work in the reindeer's name into the conversation. And then once you've got that daily name, text it in, and there's going to be a random drawing for the $50 gift certificate.
He's as rusty as an old gate.
If you actually get the $50 gift certificate,
see what I did
listening
there,
for the rest of the week, and keep track of all the names given, and you could make that $50 gift card into a $100 gift card.
I just had to Sean. See?
That
See
doesn't
what I
even
did
make
there?
sense.
See what
How
I
are you
did?
Seaning?
I had to Sean right there.
There's no reindeer named Sean. Okay? Let me give you
You
this
tell
name.
that to the reindeer named Sean.
Dancer, Dasher, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph.
Rusty. Sean.
There's more.
Mike.
Mike is not one of them. You're not helping, Randy, because now we're going to say Mike
Dasher, Dasher, Dancer, Donner, Rusty, Blitzen,
Dunder, Blitzen,
Dunder, Midliff.
Blixum. What? No, that's from The Office, Randy. All right, so you're confusing everybody now.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the reindeer.
I'm going to have to explain very clearly all the names of the reindeers next week to establish this, so you don't mess it up. There's 12 reindeers, right?
That's what I understand. Yes.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Dunder, or Donner.
Mifflin.
We're going to go with Donner. Blitzen, Rudolph, and Olive.
Dunder Mifflin.
You know Olive.
No.
Olive, the other reindeer.
Oh my God.
No, it's really, she's one of them.
Okay.
I'm not even kidding. That's actually a thing.
And
When
you're making
Blitzen is
fun of-
injured, Santa makes an announcement that his Christmas flights can be canceled. Olive, a friendly dog living in a typical neighborhood, hears Santa's announcement of relying on all of the other reindeer, but she thought it meant Olive, so she stepped up and she would not let anything get in the way. She rescued Christmas.
She's
Olive.
one of those, what do you call them? Iditarod dogs. She's one of them huskies.
No, she's just a regular dog.
She's a damn husky. I'm telling you
looks
right
like
now.
a mix between a lab and an Australian Shepherd.
No, well, that's a Malamute. She's a damn Malamute. That's what. She's also a damn good drug sniffer dog.
I don't think you should be allowed to talk for a while.
No, I'm
I think
telling you,
maybe you
that's what's
shouldn't
going
be-
on here.
Because you're just making all this crap up.
Olive works for the Phoenix Police Department, sniffing out drugs.
Whatever the case, it doesn't matter if there's 9 Navy Brad. It doesn't matter if there's 12.
There's 12.
We're going to use the typical, very obvious Santa's reindeer names. This is one of those things where Radio Ron and I were talking about it, and it made sense until Randy spoke. Now I'm second guessing all of this.
I wish you guys would let me come into some of these meetings, these quote air quote meetings you have.
Yeah, but you know how they go when you show up.
Kind of like how they're going right now.
Pretty much exactly how they go right now, and nothing gets done.
You talking about? I love the way that you're bringing in the Christmas stuff.
I
Love that.
figured you were going to do that. I
Well.
never gave you like the go ahead just to fire that thing off for no good reason. Anyway, so here are the names you're listening for. There will be no other names. These are the names: Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph, and Olive. Eh?
What do you mean Olive? You get to put one in there?
No, it's part of the lore. What are you talking about?
There's no Olive in the lore.
All right.
Big George, where are you at, Big George, to back me up
Why
on
would
this?
you
There's no
ask
such
him
thing as
just 'cause he
Olive.
watches the Hallmark Network.
I think Big George knows all of the reindeer.
Personally?
Yeah.
All right. I'll strike Olive from the record. And now the 9 names you were looking for is Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and Rudolph. Some of these I'm not sure how we're going to work into casual conversation.
Oh, I could do it.
It's gonna be difficult. So,
No, it'll be easy.
I'm going to give you the hard ones then.
All right.
I'm going to give you the hard ones.
I will take that challenge.
Boomer Sooner says Dasher. There's no Dasher.
Yeah,
What-
Dasher, Dancer.
No, Dasher, not Dasher.
No,
You put
Dash.
DE.
Oh, but
Yeah, there's
no, that's the Denmark reindeer. No.
American reindeer.
Yeah, this is America reindeer.
I'm tired of all these foreign reindeer coming and taking all of our American reindeer jobs. Even though Santa Claus probably originated in Switzerland or something. I don't know. Bruno Baller says, don't the Pittsburgh Steelers have a quarterback named Rudolph?
Kyle.
Didn't he just get cut or something? Is
Kyle Rudolph?
No, Rudolph
No,
Mason.
it was Mason Rudolph.
No,
Or
Mason, Rudolph.
Yeah. Is he still around? Because that'll make it easier.
Hold on.
Suddenly, inexplicably,
Wasn't Mason Rudolph the
a
one that got
story about him.
he got clocked with the helmet?
Yeah, that's
No,
it. Mason
they
Rudolph.
released him, but he's back. He's back on the roster, Mason
They
Rudolph.
Oh, he's
released him
on
and
it.
Third
Like,
string.
Mason, why are you here? I got nowhere else to go. We can't pay you. I don't care. Like, man, how hard did he hit you with that helmet? Thundar the Santa Barbarian says, hey, Randy, I think Jeffrey wants to escape this conversation about Christmas and work meetings.
I can't do it.
No,
I can't.
he's not allowed. Thunder Snow says the 12 names of Santa's reindeers are Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and of course, Rudolph. Donner's name has variously appeared as Donder or Dunder, while Blitzen is sometimes known as Blixum. Yes, Thunder Snow, you're absolutely correct, but we're doing the typical name. There is no Boomer. There's no Julie the reindeer. No. Julie was a gal who, I can't say it.
She was a reindeer whore.
I don't know. I don't want to say. Yeah, remember the story about deer urine?
That was Julie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't say the
okay.
last name. We're not doing this. Navy Brad says reindeer violated the no-fly space in December of 1990, and they were blown out of the sky. So
No.
there are no reindeer. That's not true,
it's
Navy
that's Not
Brad.
true. That's not true.
That is not true.
Navy Brad, you above all of the fourth dimension should know, because NORAD and our great people, the Navy, Air Force, you're always tracking Santa and his tiny reindeer. You're always tracking them. They're
They're not tiny.
they
They're
weren't
full-size reindeer.
Oh no,
Randy.
they're tiny.
What do you mean they're tiny? Where are you getting this?
No, they're tiny reindeer. Yeah. How do you think they land on all the roofs?
What? No, they're
And by the
full
way,
size.
if they were full size, do you know what? If Santa Claus was to visit every house on Earth on Christmas Eve, do you know what would happen to those reindeer?
I know whose house he's not visiting now. What? But what happened?
Well, they would disintegrate at the speed
Listen,
that they're going at all the time.
They get the same magic powder that Santa Claus gets. Okay.
And by the way,
same
Santa
magic
Claus-
powder they found at the White House.
Santa Claus. Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. You asked how they do it. Now you know how they do it.
I understand that they found out who actually brought that in.
Who was that?
It was Gunter Hayden. He was the new, janitor on duty.
Gunter Hayden.
Gunter Hayden.
He's not very Guten hiding. They found it, so
Gunter Hayden.
It was bad at hiding.
Just on the lawn. So I mean, he's very terrible at hiding, actually.
So Walter Mellon's kind of worried. He says, "I think I got it. Whenever you guys say a name, we call in to win Christmas in July." No,
yes,
it's a million
exactly
percent
right.
wrong. That is 1,000% wrong. You don't call. You text in the name of the reindeer. That's what you do. Cabana, it says, "Hey, Suns have a chance of getting Min Oot Bowl's 7'4" son Bo.
Bo.
Yeah,
it's Bowl.
Just Bowl. Just Bowl. First name's Bowl, last name Bowl.
Yeah.
Bowl. And I've been assured that's not something we want. So
No.
unless somebody's heard some news about it, we're mark
No.
us safe from Bowl.
No.
Jag Dog, we are going to get to that a little bit later. I'll put a little pin in your text right there. That is funny. Fifth letter says, "Yeah, I heard Rusty and Roger passed away from COVID, Randy.
Oh,
Those damn
no.
elves would not mask up no matter what.
No.
Mm-hmm. Quarantine was hard up there.
They were my favorite replacement reindeer.
Mr. Wilbur says, "There's a reindeer called Rushing, as in Elijah Rushing. He's a 5-star recruit headed to the University of Arizona. Thank you very much.
If he's a 5-star recruit, he's not going to Tucson. I can
Also, if
guarantee
he's
that.
a reindeer, I do not believe he's cleared to play under NCAA rules. But it'd be just like you, Arizona, to try to cheat. So
he is if he goes to USC.
Yeah, no, that's true. Silver Pop says, "Good afternoon, guys. That is all.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Navy Brad says Rudolph's nose was really thermonuclear. It was just a device right there.
I thought it was a 60-watt bulb, personally.
Who's safe. I don't know anybody. Kiss the Cook says reindeer burgers are delicious. I've had bison, I've had deer, I've had elk, so I can imagine what they taste like. Bala 51 says, texting in the name of the reindeer. What did I win? First off, you did not text in the name. Second, it's not today. This is going to be on Monday.
Next week. Yeah. Starting Monday.
And no, Donnie, we're not going to follow you on Threads. Dear God. Did you hear
What
about
is-
this, Randy?
No, what is Threads?
It's another social media. I guess it's little Mark Zuckerberg decided he wanted to take on Elon Musk in more than just a fist fight. He wanted to take he created his own version of Twitter and he called it Threads and
Yeah.
it is launched and it's already got like 10 million people on it.
No.
I don't know how many more of these I can take. You know, we want to make sure we put the show out there to whoever is out there, wherever they want to get it. Right. I don't want to miss an opportunity to, take care of our listeners, but I also don't feel like I need to. I signed it up because it was easy.
You signed up on Threads?
Yeah. I saw Adam Schefter did it. So I was like, well, what the hell is this all about?
Well,
and all you got to do is hit a button and it connects with your Instagram.
I don't have Instagram anymore either.
I barely have Instagram.
When I retire from doing radio and the public life, I'm getting off Twitter as well.
Well, considering we're on this show, aren't we already out of the public life?
Well, kind of true. Yeah. I didn't think about that.
Now I got to worry about Threads. Fantastic. So Sham Sharania is over there. Woj is there. Jeff Passon, Shefty. All those guys are over there.
Jeff Passon, you mean Eddie Munster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Captain Widow Peak is ready for business. So, but yeah, I just, I asked the question on my Threads. My question was, I don't know why we need this. Couldn't they have just added the same features as Instagram? Why are they starting another thing?
Well, because Instagram's just picture. Instagram's mostly pictures. It's not about People want something where you can kind of just say words, and that's all the thing is.
Don't they have like stories too, where you can write paragraphs about the pictures?
I mean,
yeah,
you can
yeah.
put that under the pictures, and if you have stories, then you can post that, and they don't last forever. They last for 24 hours, and they're on there. So
Stories only last for 24 hours.
Yeah.
What the hell kind of wizardry is going on?
What's the point of it? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Why?
Like if you thought it was something that was important enough to share with your friends, but not for everyone to know forever, then
so what is this threads
I don't
about?
know.
Does that last like
That
10
sounds
minutes?
shady. No, that's well. It's been there all day.
You can't ask
Here's
me
what-
about it. I'm not on it, so I have no idea.
Wow, I'm an innovator. I thought for sure Keon would already have it. So here's what I've got. Here's what I've threaded. By the way, nobody knows what to call it because you tweet for Twitter. What do you do for threads?
See, I think you call it sewing.
I've sewed. Here's what I've sewed, and I said, is it just me or is this thread logo giving off a little bit of a pubes vibe?
Oh,
You know, it does.
everyone was
It looks-
saying that it's the worst logo design in the history of social media.
Yeah, it looks like some wet hair stuck to the side of the shower. You know, that's
little
what it
bit.
looks like.
Yeah.
So it was a long time ago that Wesley, remember producer Wesley there?
Yeah, producer Wes. Yeah.
Told us all, well, you got to get the Twitters. So we went and got the Twitters. And I was just like, well, okay, now what? What happens now? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. And for years, I didn't even touch it.
So does that mean eventually everybody on Twitter is going to go to what do you call it again? Vibes, pubes? What do you?
Threads.
Sorry, what do you? Oh,
Well,
threads.
we could call it pubes.
I mean,
Okay.
just look
It's
at
a better name than Threads, if we're honest.
So everybody's going to go to Threads, and I could eventually just kind of fade away.
I have to see people be on there for more than a week because this is like the third Twitter replacement app that has popped up, and the other two didn't last. So we'll see if this one lasts more than a week, and then if it lasts more than a week, then I will join.
Well, I would imagine it'll be there a week later, Keon.
Yeah, but in terms of are people going to actually care to be using it in a week? I don't
10
know.
million people
million
already on there.
people.
Okay,
10
well,
million.
I'll see.
But to me, now the other part is it just looks like Twitter to me. And you can't put it on your computer yet. You can only have it on
Is
the
there
phone.
some way we can make the new guy? What's his name? Squishy. What's his name?
Yeah.
Squish. We can make him is so out for us.
Squid. And
Shouldn't that be part of his job that he has to squish out for us?
Oh, you mean Squid?
Oh yeah, Squid. Oh, that's
Yeah.
his name. Yeah, okay. Yeah, doesn't he have
Squishy.
to?
Now I'm starting to think Squishy might be a pretty good nickname
Squishy.
too for him.
He doesn't he have to sew for us?
No,
He's young, right?
I don't think he would know how to sew.
I'm talking
At all.
about this new app. What do you call it? Strings?
It's
Pubes?
strings.
What do you
Yeah,
call
it's
it?
pube
Okay.
strings.
All right.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
are you saying he should be our test
Squish
balloon?
should be doing that for us, shouldn't he?
I don't know. So these are very similar conversations to what we had when Twitter came out, and clearly none of us got anything.
Nothing's changed.
Radio Ron's like, wait, is Threads a reindeer? Yes, Threads the reindeer. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is just one more
Threads
damn
the pube reindeer.
stupid social media thing that
don't
we
know.
got to deal with.
Hmm.
I'm just glad we've got I think is the best social media, a radio station. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that better. All right. Well, we're going to sort this out, get Randy's medication, leveled out, and we'll come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Juice Reel, the betting intelligence tool that's making better bettors. Open the App Store and get your hands on Juice Reel. Start betting smarter. Juice, R-E-E-L. Juice Reel. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Diamondbacks taking on the Mets tonight. Ryan Nelson getting the start for Arizona, while the Mets will counter with Carlos Carrasco. Mets looking for the sweep, plus a 1.5 on the run line, minus 164. Diamondbacks minus a 1.5, plus 136. On the money line, the Mets plus 118. Arizona minus 138. The over-under tonight in Phoenix is at 10. Arizona leading the LA Dodgers by a 1.5 on top of the NL West with the All-Star break coming up next week. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
You don't plan for a computer virus. You don't plan to lose files. You don't plan to knock your laptop off the counter. And you don't plan for your PC to crash or your screen to freeze. But Staples has a plan. A plan for unlimited virus protection. A plan for help when you need it 24/7. Staples Total Support Plans are your tech plans for the unplanned, starting as low as $199.99. And although you didn't plan for this, right now at Staples, you can also get $250 off select computers. N729 in-store only. See associate for details.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Summer is here. Time for perfectly aged, always tender, and guaranteed delicious Omaha Steaks. Here's an amazing offer when you go to omahasteaks.com and enter Garden into the search bar. Save over 61% on the gourmet grill pack and receive 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers when you order. Omaha Steaks isn't just steak. It's the best steak of your life, guaranteed. Type Garden into the search bar at omahasteaks.com and order the gourmet grill pack today. omahasteaks.com, keyword Garden.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
DQ presents Picture This. You're getting together with all your best friends. Now picture all your best friends are actually the delicious ingredients of the new cake batter cookie dough blizzard. That's DQ soft serve, cake batter flavor, confetti cookie dough pieces, and DQ signature sprinkles. Oh, hey, it sounds like you got some pretty sweet friends. And that's worth cueing the confetti. Cookie dough! The flavor party isn't going to last forever, so hurry in and get your cake batter fix today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ken Barkley here, reminding you to check out You Better You Bet. Why, you ask? Well, because we bring the fun, the insight, and all the wagertainment you need. Plus, hopefully, we win a couple bets along the way. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come with them, obviously. Plus, betting analysis from some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. Join myself and Nick Costos and tune into You Better You Bet. Weekdays from noon to 3 on Arizona's sports betting station 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Dave Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and we were wrong, Randy. We were wrong. It was not 10 million people on the threads. It's 30 million people as of this morning.
Oh boy.
God, I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. I'm just not going to play. You know why? Because this will be the same BS algorithm that I see now. Twitter, I didn't really try so hard on the Twitter, right? And so for like 10 years, it sat there just pretty much unused. And then, when we started doing this here, I thought, well, maybe I better do this because all the sports people go on to the Twitter. And, I've been trying to do that, and I don't have a whole lot of people on there right now. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But what I do on Facebook, I'm Facebook famous. I got tons of people on the Facebook. I just could never get them to transition over to the Twitters. And
Now, have you what do you call that? Have you synced your Facebook and your Twitter together? Have you somehow linked that together?
I did in the past, and then they said, they didn't want that anymore, so you couldn't do it anymore. So that's not that way. My point I'm trying to make is, I just don't want to. I don't want to try anymore on this. I don't care about it. So can I just be done? I don't care. Can I just not?
I think it's okay with me, but
is this a day and age, Randy, where dinosaurs like us had better figure this out and get it going, or else, something we'll get left behind.
Look, man, if I'm going to get left behind, I'm going to be in green pastures, eating my fill, enjoying the cool waters around me, because all the other dinosaurs have moved on. So I'm quite happy to be left behind.
I don't think I'm ready to be out to pasture yet.
I am.
But I think you had the right idea. Somebody should do this for us.
I've got a young nubile wife who will stay with me, but the rest of all y'all, just move right along.
Could she post to social media for us then? Maybe she could just take this over so we don't have to worry about it.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
Big George says, hello, gentlemen. Happy Friday Eve. Okay, God damn it. Stop. I hate that. I hate that so much.
It's
Don't.
just,
Yeah.
there are only 5 days in a work week. We really don't need the Friday Eve because it's just day 4 of 5. Just say Thursday. That's the 4th one.
I like it, Big George. You keep doing you, man.
You are using more words than it takes to just say Thursday.
And it's a short week, too. So it's not really. Anyway, he says, Threads sucks. I tried using it and it kept crashing. I don't like supporting Mark Zuckerberg. I don't like Elon Musk either. But Twitter works better, and all my friends are on Twitter.
All my friends are migrating to the damn Threads. That's my problem. They're leaving me behind.
I don't think any of my real friends are on any of this stuff. Walter Mellon says, Squishy, did I win Christmas in July? Again, Squishy is not a reindeer, and we're not doing it today or tomorrow. This starts on Monday. Bruno Baller says, remember on Threads, you reap what you sow. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's 2 minutes. Silver Pop says, Manute Bull's son is 7 foot. So those are some big old bowls right there. The Bulls are a big old family. You are correct, but that it hasn't really translated to Bull having the same talent level, I guess, as his father. What was the deal? Is that it? He's just not as good as his dad, or has he been injured, or what's the deal with Bull?
It's been a combination of things. It's been a little bit of injuries and staying healthy because he has been pretty solid when he's been out there. He's a 7'2" guy who can shoot threes, handle a little bit, but he's kind of an injury concern a little bit. And that's kind of a problem. But if he were, for instance, if he were to be a Sun, if he were to take a minimum contract and come over here, he'd be 3rd on the depth chart. And that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, I guess. Like it wouldn't be, he'd be the 3rd option for center.
I was watching last night some NBA highlights, and what's his name with the Oklahoma City Thunder?
Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, he's good.
He's got a lot of talent, but I mean, the kid just looks so thin. I don't want to. He looks. I mean, it looks like he's got some muscle mass that he's built up in this last offseason. Being with the Oklahoma City Thunder, although he was injured. I mean, they put him in a training regimen. He's built some muscle, but Bull, he just looks like he would break.
Yeah, but that's what his dad looked like too. I mean,
but his dad, I mean, if you go back and look at his dad had some muscle mass. I mean, if Bull had some muscle mass, I'd have no problem with him being on this on the Suns team. As a 7-footer that can shoot a 3. I mean, we got sold that bill of goods with DeAndre Ayton,
which he never got used like that. So I don't know, because I mean, he extended his range out to 18 feet. I can't imagine if at 18 you're only a few feet away from shooting threes.
But I mean, Bull knows how to play. It seems like he knows how to play the center position, having a dad like Manute Bull. I mean, you wag the finger. I mean, he would know what to do.
That was more Dikembe than Manute.
That's true. I'm sorry. My bad.
So, you know what I've just decided? There's now a term for DeAndre Ayton, a guy who's physically built to be able to get the job done, a guy who should be slapping down any shot that's coming near him, someone that could be aggressive and play rough and tough under the basket. He is pavement princess. That's what we call somebody who has a 4x4 lifted truck. Looks like, oh my God, this thing could handle the off-road so good.
And never takes it off-road.
Take it off-road.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton never takes it off-road. DeAndre Ayton, pavement princess.
See, that to me, it's sad. I'm sorry, Keon. It's sad that, I mean, DeAndre's built. I mean, like he's got some muscle mass on him. He could manhandle some guys under that basket. You know what I mean? He's not Shaq big, but he's got some bulk on him, and he should be able to own his own underneath the basket. He just doesn't have that meat eater mentality. Go ahead, Keon. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, and the thing is, what's frustrating about him is that the season that the Suns made it to the finals, at least more on the defensive side of the floor than the offensive side of the floor, I saw him do it. So you know that it's possible for him to do. There's just a switch of, can we turn the motor on inside this guy's brain and get him going?
I think it's a choice. I think he's made the choice, to be honest.
Do it.
Yep.
I mean, I hate to agree, but I mean, it just, what other thing do we have other than the results that we've seen lately?
Well, I mean, but wait, we have a new coach, guys. got a new system in place. Got a new
I don't know that the new coach is going to be. So here's the thing. The reason he would make that decision, and the reason Keon hates to admit I might be right on this, is because what it means about the character of DeAndre Ayton. What it means is DeAndre Ayton has shown what he can do. Once he got paid, he has backed off where he won't get hurt. He's trying to just cruise along, do what he needs to do, but not get hurt, or at least, seriously hurt. He's laying off. He's not giving 100% effort, and that is just to increase his longevity, to increase the cash flow.
Well, the thing is, if he keeps playing like this, that there's not going to be a second contract like the first one.
Well, he was pouty on this last a season or two, I think.
You get this first mini max, but if you're a more veteran player, if you qualify for the max, then that's even more money. You actually get a super max deal on that, and he's not getting one if he keeps playing like this. Like, it's just never going to happen.
Maybe he's happy with the mini max. You know what I'm saying?
Just
mini max and mini effort. Just saying, and pavement princess.
And I'd like to see if Vogel can do that. If just having a fresh start of, okay, they don't hate each other like him and Monty apparently did, maybe does something. If not, then I don't know how long it lasts, but you can try and build up the value regular season wise and move on.
Big George says, pavement princess. That was my nickname back in college. We're not surprised.
So that was you and your truck. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
It was George.
No.
Silver Pop says, Randy, don't let Bol don't sell him short with his girthiness. I mean, his arms are the same girth as Kevin Durant's legs, and almost everybody loves Kevin Durant.
Yeah, but
Bol's a center.
He's a center. He's a center, and he hasn't really shown anything at the NBA level.
I thought that text was going to a complete different direction when I saw the word girthiness.
Yeah, I mean, I was concerned. I'm not going to lie to you.
Boomer Sooner says, Randy, can I get a cold beer, please? Maybe a small summertime Boomer Sooner.
I don't. Do I?
No.
Boomer Sooner.
Straight Striper says, dude, ditch the social media. I've never had a personal Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. It serves a need for business, but if someone or myself wants to talk or catch up, then, text them, call them. Simply enjoy your life. Simplify your life. And that's a good point, Straight Striper. And I'll be honest, if it weren't for this radio thing, I don't think I'd be on there. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot I don't feel like my life is better for having used social media. I mean, Facebook kind of it's become the old folks place, but it's like a family place where you see the pictures of your, your kids, your friends, your whatever. And it's not a whole lot of, weirdness there, I think, but like back in the time that before everything, we had a family website where we would go on and post stuff, and we were only us. We weren't interacting with anybody else. It was just my family, my mom and my sister and my brother, and everybody was on there, and nobody could come in, and we never went out. That was it. That's we just go check in. Oh, cool. Family stuff. Boom, gone. That's enough for someone like me. I don't need to know your business. And you don't need to know my business.
That's fair.
It's none of your business. Jagdog says, hit me, baby, one more time. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So that's very surreal. Also surreal. And I'm not kidding. Britney Spears follows me on Twitter, and I have no idea why. I don't know if she's going to follow me on Threads, but I also just don't care. She is crazy. But so I'm sure you've all heard that Britney Spears goes, oh, look, it's Victor Wembanyama. I want to meet him. How she even knows who he is, I don't know. To be honest, how she even knows who she is, I don't know. But she sees him walking there in Vegas, and she goes up behind. She's like, wants to tap on the shoulder. It's like, hey, I'd like to get a picture with you. I'm Britney Spears. But the security guy kind of saw this hand come up, and he just went whack and hit the hand, and the hand hit her in the face. And, she went down on the ground, knocked her glasses off, as the security guard did, probably overreact on this. And so then he went over and said, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you there. I hope you're okay. It's just, you of all people should know what security is up against when, people come crushing in there. And I don't know if you've seen the pictures. wasn't really a crushing group of people. It was pretty much just her walking up behind him. There's just nobody else around. So yeah, the security guard just went a little bit nuts. And so Britney Spears is like, yeah, okay, and I'll accept your apology. Thought about it, and then filed charges. Went down and filed a police report. And so they went and they're talking to him. They're looking at video and everything. They're like, we are taking this as serious as a heart attack. Says the Metro PD. And they're like, it's likely going to be referred to the district attorney, but that doesn't mean there's going to be criminal charges. So here's the thing. Victor Wembanyama, this is not a good start to your crew. You got to fire that guy. Once somebody in your posse hits, Britney Spears, it's not a good look.
Does he though? Does he? Britney Spears should have maybe called out his name.
I'm sure she did. She did.
Moved around to get in front of him so he could see her.
No, she did. She was coming up behind. She says she was trying to ask for a photo. So,
but putting your hands on this guy,
he tapped her. She tapped him on the shoulder. That was it.
She touched him. And these days and times, I'm playing
somebody on the shoulder.
I'm playing the devil's advocate, but I'm telling you right now. I mean, you guys think about it. The most recent history, people cannot be touching Russell Westbrook. What did he do? A courtside when a child touched him. What did he do? He stood there and he reprimanded this kid. Don't ever touch me. Don't touch me.
He notably did not hit him though.
But I'm just telling you, don't touch these celebrities.
But he didn't. I don't think she touched him. It was the security guard that she was trying to get the attention of.
Well, the way I read the article was she touched him. She touched Wembanyama, and the security guard slapped a hand away.
I think it's very ironic. You're yelling about don't touch anybody, and yet you just can't keep your damn hands off me.
Come on. In 30 years now.
Practice what you preach, Randy.
When are you going to give in?
The 10th of never. It's not going to happen.
I'll keep working on it.
Oh, hey, you're some person to actually be criticizing Britney Spears. I'll tell you that much.
I'm just saying, in all actuality, in these days and times, don't touch celebrities. I don't care who you think you are.
But she is a celebrity.
But she should have gotten in front of him, or she should have gone about this a different way. Don't touch the merchandise.
Wembanyama, it seems like a nice enough kid. I'm sure
probably
he's
is
sick about this.
Probably is.
But now he's got this he has to deal with. He hasn't even played one game. Now he's got to deal with this.
St. Louis, the New Orleans running back. What's his face? Where his entourage beat the hell out of that guy trying to get into the elevator.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Don't touch.
No, that guy didn't touch
merchandise.
Alvin Kamara at all. He was just in the elevator.
But his cronies, his crew,
don't ride the elevator.
So
don't do that.
In the case of
swept under the rug, charges drop, but don't touch the celebrities. Just don't do it.
Part of me right now,
I know,
is kind of thinking, would it be nice if maybe he slapped some sense into her without accidentally? And all of a sudden she's like, I have got to get my life together.
All of a sudden it's like, I know where my passport is.
Yeah. She's like, man, my parents were right. I gotta call them. Yeah, that's not how domestic violence works. But wouldn't it be great if it did? No, I'm just please, I'd like to strike that from the record. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
You could throw your flip-flop at a bug.
Ew, a bug, get it.
But the chances of actually hitting it
Over there.
are statistically
It's still alive.
unlikely. Good thing nature's got your back. Stem bug killers combine powerful active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and geraniol and scientifically engineer them into effective bug fighting formulas, safe for use as directed around people, pets, and throughout the home. Stem, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
DQ presents Picture this. You're getting together with all your best friends. Now picture all your best friends are actually the delicious ingredients of the new cake batter cookie dough blizzard. That's DQ soft serve, cake batter flavor, confetti cookie dough pieces, and DQ signature sprinkles. Oh, hey, it sounds like you got some pretty sweet friends. And that's worth queuing the confetti. Cookie dough! The flavor party isn't going to last forever, so hurry in and get your cake batter fix today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hello, everyone. Desert Equity Lending is back again with a mortgage product that we have all been waiting for. We are excited to offer once again the no document loan that we all remember from years ago. That's right. It's a true no document loan. Remember when stated income loans were available? They were the most popular mortgages available for self-employed, as well as for those borrowers that couldn't quite show enough income to qualify using regular underwriting guidelines. This new no doc loan is changing the way people get approved for a mortgage. Listen to this. No income, no problem. No tax returns, no problem. It doesn't take perfect credit to qualify either. If you have a good down payment and decent credit, you need to call now. These mortgages are being approved for primary residence as well as a second home. We are doing it the old-fashioned way. We use common sense underwriting to approve what other banks walk away from. Call 602-509-3000 to talk with a real person that can get you answers in hours, not days. That's 602-509-3000. Make the call. You will be glad you did. Desert Equity Lending. Desert Equity Lending, MB 0906989, NMLS 1733369. Conditions and restrictions apply.
Give back to Arizona and be part of something bigger than yourself. When you sign up for AmeriCorps, you open a door to make a difference. Serve as a teacher, protect nature, support veterans, or help where your passion lies. Part-time or full-time, student or senior, AmeriCorps is for everyone. Sign up at serve.az.gov. That's serve.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Governor's Office of Youth, Faith, and Family.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. You know, the Lund Mortgage Team has been doing their thing for over 2 decades in the Valley, helping thousands of people in Arizona save money on their loans, get the best rate. They're mortgage brokers. They can shop it around for you. And now more than ever, it is so important to have a mortgage professional that's been around, that's seen the high rates, low rates, everything in between, because look, there's no sugarcoating what's going on right now. The rates are higher. However, the supply and demand, the whole how many houses are for sale in Arizona and what's going on, it's gone in favor of the buyer now. So if you're going to buy a new home, it is important to go and get that rate. Whatever that rate is, it's not going to be your forever rate. That's important to think about. So lock it in, get the house of your dreams, and move on. But let the people at the Lund Mortgage Team do their job. All the heavy lifting from start to finish. They'll find you the best rate out there. Call 623-875-9940, 623-875-9940, or online, lundmortgage.com.
1580 The Fanatic.
And at 1580thefanatic.com.
Your home for sports.
David Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Oh, no. Poor Lost Toby. Lost Toby texts in, says, I just got a text saying I was let go from ESPN. I didn't even know I worked there, but I guess they're just being safe when it comes to cleaning house over there. Did you just rim shot Toby? Oh, no, you got to get rid of that. I hate rim shots. Oh, no.
You shouldn't have said you hate them either. That's going to stay, obviously.
No. That's not going to stay. Chosen One says, just tuned in. That was a lot about Britney. He says, let's get back to talking about how bad DeAndre Ayton is. Well, if we were to compare Britney Spears to DeAndre Ayton right now, Britney Spears went down way too easy when, that defense was up against her. So I don't think she's probably as good.
Yeah, she probably drew the foul, though. Come on.
Yeah, sure. She would be shooting free throws right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know what her free throw percentage is. Keon probably has to look that up. But no, I think if it's between DeAndre Ayton and Britney Spears, you kind of want Britney Spears because she's got that crazy energy. And DeAndre Ayton didn't really give his all. So I feel like Britney Spears would step up a lot like a Jock Landale did.
Also, it's understandable that Britney Spears went down as easily as she did.
Excuse me. She went. What?
I swear to God.
She's 5'4".
You're going to get rid of that.
She's a very small person. DeAndre Ayton is 7 feet tall. He's quite frankly, he's underachieving.
Yeah, but that security guard wasn't 7 feet tall. So
No, but she's 5'4". I mean,
it wasn't a bad matchup.
it was a pretty bad. If he was 6 feet tall, that's a bad matchup.
Yeah, but she's very physical. You know, she works out a lot, dances, I guess. I don't know what she does.
I think used to. I wouldn't say.
There's so many opportunities I
Wouldn't
could
say
use the
that's
old
her.
rim shot right here.
Just please make that.
I mean,
guy
I'm
on
counting
fire.
them off in my head right now.
Yeah, that's where it belongs. Just keep it in there. Walter Mellon says, rumor has it Britney Spears gave him her number with a little note that said, hit me, baby, one more time. That's the joke today is the hit me, baby, one more time. We're just not doing that.
It's like the third time I've seen it or slash heard it.
If you use the rim shot on me, that's going to test the boundaries of our friendship. I just want you to know that. Blissful Hayes says, did you say Britney Spears licked Wembley's behind? What? No, nobody said that. She tapped on Wembanyama's shoulder. How do you get licked? Where?
Wimbledon.
How?
What?
Nothing to do with that.
I think that your ears and a doctor should probably meet. That's just a
Did you hear what happened
suggestion.
at Wimbledon? Oh my God.
No,
Did
I
you hear
did
this?
not hear what happened at Wimbledon.
History was made.
Okay.
History was made. They're letting the gals wear the black underwear now.
What?
I thought they were shorts, but I guess under their skirts, they said they let them wear the black underwears. And this was according to, people that said the reason that they're allowed to wear the darker undershorts to combat potential period anxiety.
Well, there was a rule in place.
Now I have period anxiety.
There
because-
was a rule in place where they had to wear all white all the time.
Yeah.
Right. Because originally, before the women's were playing, they're like, the Wimbledon's like, well, we don't want a bunch of sweat stains, but if everybody's wearing all white, you won't see that as much. And it'll be a little, but that was like back in the 1880s. So now there's that guy. You remember those peachy folders? What was the first thing you did? There's the woman who's up in the air serving it. You take a red marker.
Is that
And
the
that's-
first thing you did?
I don't recall ever doing that.
Numero
No,
uno, huh?
It was pretty damn
Would you call
close.
that a peachy folder?
Peachy, yes. Yeah, look it up, peachy, not pinchy, peachy.
Uh-huh.
And so anyway, but yeah, they're saying they have period anxiety.
Well, I mean,
it was the 1800s, and then the rule change. That's only for undershorts for women, so men can't wear anything other than what they're supposed to.
good for them for I don't know, flexing, I guess.
Although British Heather Watson, she's like, first when they announced the rule, I thought, hey, this is good. Then I thought, well, wait a second. Now everybody's going to know when I'm on my period. Because she's like, well, I'd only wear those black shorts if, I needed them.
Here's an idea: wear them all the time.
That's
And
good.
then,
idea.
then no one would know.
I'm
Yeah,
just
it's a good
I'm just
idea.
thinking outside the box here, ladies, but wear them all the damn time.
If you're allowed, wear plaid.
No, you're not allowed. No.
I'm sure you are. If
No,
you
you're
wear,
not. No, you can't wear plaid.
Oh,
no.
So now there's a new term for us. I have period anxiety.
I mean, it could start at any time.
Jeffrey, I have period anxiety. I need the rest of the day off.
It's not going to work for you. I'm sorry. Denied.
Just
how about this other
never
term?
damn works for me.
Have you heard of this term? Menu anxiety.
Menu anxiety?
I have not. No.
You ever get into a panic at a restaurant? I never do. I know what I want. I don't go to the counter until I know what I'm ordering. I hate people stand there and go, no, get the hell out of the line. We have things to do with our life. We know what we want to order. Get the hell out of my way.
Yeah.
But I guess 30% of people get menu anxiety, especially the younger Americans. 41% of people in their 20s and 30s and 40s there get anxious.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, just, if you don't know what you want yet, tell the server, give me a couple more minutes. Okay. If you're sitting there with a waiter, don't go up to the counter until you've picked it out. Don't be standing in line, panicking. Just say, hey, go ahead. I'm still trying to figure it out. Let people keep cutting. Don't stand at the counter going, hate those people. Hate those people. I mean, I don't watch much wrestling, but you do just want to run up behind them, grab them around the back of their neck, and just go bam right down on the deck right there.
just power bomb somebody.
So now we have menu anxiety, period anxiety.
Yeah.
Britney Spears coming up behind you anxiety.
Well, there's that. Yeah.
Oh, and some UPS workers are about to have some serious anxiety,
Uh-oh.
some real anxiety. They may be going on strike soon.
UPS workers?
Yeah. I guess they're not happy with their wages or their working conditions. And to be honest, there's no air conditioning in those vans. I can completely understand it.
Well, there never has been.
Still, 25 years ago, they went on strike. 15 days later, the cost for the company was like in the hundreds of millions of dollars. So, make it fair, make it fair. I mean, if you can't put it in the air conditioning, maybe increase the wages a little bit there, take care of these people.
So you think that these people that are complaining about the air conditioning not being in the vans?
Well, that's not the only thing they're talking about. The UPS drivers want fair wages, and they're not feeling like the wages are fair.
All right, I can
Working conditions don't mean the air conditioning. It could also mean how they're being scheduled. It could also the working conditions of
All right,
safety
I can
issues
see
and this and that. There's so
I can
many
see
different aspects to
All
it.
right,
I'm sure.
I just thought it was about like the air conditioning.
Well, for me, it would absolutely be about.
I mean,
the air
yeah,
conditioning.
like selfishly, I
number one issue would be for me
as a person whose air conditioning in their car is currently struggling a little bit. No, that is a fair thing to want, quite frankly.
No, it feels like a human right, if you ask me. Bruno Baller says it's the same thing in drive-through lane when you're behind somebody and you can clearly see they don't know what they want. Oh, I hate that. Oh God, please.
Right?
Yeah.
We live in an age of the internet. You can find virtually any menu on your phone. As a matter of fact, most of the restaurants you go to probably have an app, and you can order ahead of time. Don't sit there hem-hawing about what you're going to have. Make your damn mind up before you get there.
Yeah, be considerate of other people's time, or else be ready for some rage, because that's what happens. Lost Toby says people need to go outside. What? No, it's too hot outside.
Why do I need to go outside?
I'm pretty sure that was from our social media conversation earlier.
No, it was just from a couple of minutes ago.
No,
It was part of
okay.
the-
People need to go outside.
I was
for
trying to
what?
be a little generous there and help you out. I don't know what you mean.
Just to fart?
Are we being attacked?
No. Boomer Sooner says BS on UPS drivers. They choose to do the job. Do they tell you how much money they make? Well, I'm not speaking to one right
a lot
now,
of them
but
make pretty good.
yeah, pretty good money. But
They've been
we
there
don't
for a
know.
while.
If we don't know the whole story about working conditions, I mean, if there's a UPS driver listening, let us know exactly what the issues are, so we can explain it to someone like Boomer Sooner who thinks you're rolling in dough and are just living the high life.
Oh,
Just
he
because
didn't
he's a
say
UPS
that.
driver.
Just because you
That's
choose to
not
do a
what he
job
said.
doesn't mean
BS on UPS drivers. They choose to do the job. Do they tell you how much money they make? So that sounds like Boomer
We
Sooner
didn't say
is
they were rolling in dough.
just rolling in it.
And just because you choose to do a job doesn't mean that you can't ask for the
Better
work conditions to be
conditions,
fair. That's
Wait, you could do that?
Not you, Randy. Pink Eye says,
Got a
why
union,
doesn't
I guess.
Jeffrey just ask Brittany on Twitter what she was thinking? Doesn't she follow you? Yeah, she does. But I make it a policy. I don't talk to women on Twitter at all. I don't direct message. I don't tweet at them, Facebook post at them, or gram them, or anything else out of respect for my wife. I just want to make sure that there's no crossing of lines ever. I don't want to ever be that guy. So you ask Brittany. I mean, imagine you can slip into her DMs, I guess. Pink Eye. Fighting Wampa says, I heard the NBA is firing Britney Spears for flopping, fining her. She might have got it technical. She might have got it technical.
Was it a flop?
See, the thing is, but you know what? They had their first flopping technical in Summer League. We'll talk about that when we come back, because I think they kind of messed up that call. I think that was a mistake, and I think you now see the flaw in the way they're thinking about the flopping technical. So Lost Toby says, yeah, all these people with anxiety are socially awkward. They just don't go outside in society. That is not true. There are people who have legit anxiety issues, and it has nothing to do with just needing to go outside. Okay. All right. So here's what we need to do. We need to acknowledge the end of this hour and celebrate the beginning of another. Coming up next, the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
celebrate.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
50% off everything is yours for a limited time through July 6th during the Endless Summer event at Banana Republic Factory. Celebrate the season with linen suiting, breezy dresses, timeless neutrals, and more. Only at your nearest Banana Republic Factory store.
You could throw your flip-flop at a bug.
Ew, a bug. Get it.
But the chances of actually hitting it
Over there.
are statistically
It's still alive.
unlikely. Good thing nature's got your back. Stem bug killers combine powerful active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and geraniol and scientifically engineer them into effective bug fighting formulas, safe for use as directed around people, pets, and throughout the home. Stem, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
Arizona offers thousands of helpful resources for service members, veterans, and their families, but navigating the system can be confusing and overwhelming. Call 866-4AZ-VETS to talk directly to caring people professionally trained to help you. Get connected to resources and benefits at no cost. Just call 866-4AZ-VETS now. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veteran Services, and Arizona's Be Connected partners.
It's the middle of summer when your AC stops working and your safe haven becomes unforgiving terrain.
Why must get to water, honey? Call someone to fix our AC unit.
I did, and they're already here.
How long was they out?
Summers in Arizona are brutal. That's why thousands of Arizonans depend on Desert Diamond Air. From 24/7 emergency service to diagnostic checkups to full replacement, Desert Diamond specializes in both residential and commercial HVAC systems with competitive pricing and experience to service and repair all major AC brands. And with federal tax credits up to $2,000, it's a great time to replace your AC system. Go to desertdiamondair.com or call 602-362-4599. That's 602-362-4599. Or search Desert Diamond Air on your mobile phone today.
When kids need medical care, they face life-changing experiences. They miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Starlight Children's Foundation programs entertain and inspire hospitalized kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
QFS Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. By the way, today is National Fried Chicken Day.
Oh, I saw that earlier and I thought of you right away. Are you going to have fried chicken tonight?
I asked my wife and she says we're over our monthly quota. I'm like,
What?
First off, there was never, wait, who said there was a limit to how
What?
much fried chicken we could have? But I'll be honest, Fry's Fried Chicken here in Queen Creek, it's not been consistently good. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
So you're not going in on the fried chicken tonight?
Oh, I want some. I'd love some, but I'd want it from the one on Higley and Chandler Heights, not this garbage one on Ellsworth and Riggs or whatever it is. Yeah, the fry, this new fries over here, probably 1 out of 5 times do they get the flavor right. It's like they don't even care. They're not even trying. So it's been very disappointing, you know. But yeah, if I were going to do that, I'd want to go over to the other one. But no, my wife says we got to have tacos because yesterday was our Monday. You know, even though because we had a 4-day weekend. So today is actually Taco Tuesday. Right. But it's Taco Thursday, actually. So but yeah,
Fried Chicken Day. If you have got a good fries near you, grocery store, go get an 8-piece of that stuff, and it's cheap and it's good and it's tasty.
I thought it was Taco Tuesday and it was Tequila Thursday.
Well, no, again, the whole week is kind of jacked up because of the 4-day week.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah.
Anyway, by the way, if you were thinking of maybe getting married and you're like, well,
which I've been contemplating. Yeah, go ahead. I want to hear.
Randy, you're already married.
I am.
You are married.
Wait. Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry. Go
Miss
ahead.
Kim. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So I guess in Indonesia, they're doing something that might find its way to the United States. McDonald's has launched a $200 wedding package.
What?
Yeah. $200 wedding package. Yeah, you get like 100 chicken sandwiches and 100 packs of 4-piece chicken nuggets. So at this wedding, you can have the chicken or the chicken. But if you love the McDonald's, some people you see like on social media, hey, we got married where we had our first date, and everybody's like, wow, he's a big spender. All right, good job. And but I guess you could get this, and for $235, you could have this wedding at McDonald's. Have your reception there. Why not?
The whole thing and the reception? Or
yeah. The happiness party package costs $382. That gets everything. You get the invites, the venue, the DJ equipment, and then the food. So it's I guess if you're going to be maybe it's a destination wedding. You say, hey, everybody, we're going to Indonesia. We're getting married there. Everybody flies there. Meet us at the McDonald's.
So when you say you get the menu, that's a Big Mac, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, quarter cheese.
No. You get chicken sandwiches or chicken nuggets.
Oh, none of the fries.
No, it's the classy part.
You don't get no fries.
Stuff. No, this is a wedding, Randy. It's classy.
Well, how can you have McDonald's without the fries?
I mean, the fries.
Chicken sandwiches and nuggets.
Okay, but you should also get the fries.
You should get the fries.
You're gonna pay extra. There's always some hidden charges you don't know about.
I'm paying nearly $300 and $400. I should get the fries.
Well, no, the prices start at $235. So
right, but if I get the fun, what'd you call it? The fun frizzy package. Oh, that's it. Happiness package. Yeah. Do I get the fries with that?
No. I think you'd pay extra for that. Huh. It's not like they're $1 a thing of fries,
cheap
right?
Bastards. No, it's more than that.
I like how Randy looks at McDonald's like, you cheap bastards. And they'd be like, well, sir, you are the one trying to have a wedding at McDonald's, though. So to be fair.
I mean, you don't throw the damn fries in. I mean, who goes to McDonald's for the chicken sandwiches or the McNuggets? Everybody knows parts is parts. It's the fries. Everybody goes to McDonald's.
I keep seeing McDonald's commercials, and they're literally all about the fries. Then you're going to offer the ability to throw a wedding at McDonald's and not offer the fries.
That's what I'm saying.
This is Indonesia. Maybe in the American version, you'll be able to have the fries as part of it.
Oh, they're going to go bankrupt if that happens.
Make up your mind.
They're going to go. Yeah, I mean, if they bring that to America. I mean, those guys in Indonesia, they don't know what they have over there if they're having chicken sandwiches or the McChicken nuggets. I mean, if you started those guys on the French fries over there in Indonesia, McDonald's will go bankrupt. Worldwide bankrupt.
Straight Striper says, plus side of a $230 McDonald's wedding is you most likely don't have much to lose when the impending divorce comes.
So do you get Ronald McDonald to officiate the wedding? With the $350 package?
That's going to cost extra.
That happy ending package you talked about?
Well, no, it's a happiness party.
Oh, that's it. Sorry.
Hey, Baby Got Dak says, and the McDonald's Coke. Can't forget the Coke. Oh, man. You mean like at the White House Coke? Or you mean Coca-Cola?
No, that's Coca-Cola at the McDonald's. And they've got the straws, and they have the carbonated, the carbonation mixture with the Coke mix just perfect. And you got
everybody just calm down and understand. They say available various other exciting package options are out.
Well, I want A, I want Ronald McDonald. B, I want the fries, and C.
You're like a bridezilla. All of a sudden, this is going to be like $18,000.
Man, I'm paying $400 if I'm going to do the $400 at a McDonald's for my nuptials. I want some action.
Well, I don't think you're getting any action that night if you have a wedding at McDonald's. The only action you're going to see is heartburn, I think.
Well, I don't know, because if you have a wedding at McDonald's and it actually goes through at the McDonald's, you are married to a person with poor enough judgment to also get married at a
What's
McDonald's.
that, Uncle Jethro? You want a quarter cheese? Go ahead and get one. It's on me. I bought the happy ending package.
She's leaving you. Yeah, there's not going to be.
If she doesn't leave you the moment she sees the McDonald's, that marriage is going to last forever.
All right, sweetheart, listen to me. I have a great idea. Okay, it's going to save us a lot of money.
Annulment.
It's a filter right there. If you say, let's get married at a McDonald's, and the first words out of her mouth are yes, that marriage is standing the test of time. That is
golden arches.
And a very good chance you're both on dialysis.
Probably. That is Twinkies lasting forever kind of marriage right there.
I don't know, sir. What are you talking about? I got the happy ending package. What are you talking about?
Again, it's the happiness party package.
Damn, why can't I remember that?
You can't get the happiness, not for that money. No, there's no.
You got to go more.
I think everybody knows that. Silver Pop says, guys, if you want to go all out at the McDonald's wedding, you get the package that includes the shakes. Every shake machine in the United States is always broken. If you can pull off the shakes, you'll be a living legend. That's a good point.
That's so true.
Lost Toby says, McDonald's fries are good because they use beef flavoring on them.
Is
Really? I
that
thought
what
it's
it
because
is?
they sprinkled crack on them. That's what I thought they did, because they're
I thought it
like
was
crack.
Magic fairy dust.
Bruno Baller says, what would it cost if everyone gets a Happy Meal? I don't know. How much does a Happy Meal go for? That'd be a cool thing to do at the wedding.
Well, I
Have
mean, it used to be
Happy Meal.
$1.99. Now it's about $47.50.
Well, Grandpa, it's probably more like, I bet it'd be like $10. $1.50.
Keon, help me out. It was $1.99 back in the day.
So, Grandpa, tell us about the First World War. $1.50.
It's $3.69 for the
See?
hamburger Happy Meal.
$47.50.
If you get the 6-piece McNuggets Happy Meal, that's $4.50.
That's way cheaper than I thought it would be. So, all right. Well, it's still not $1.50 though, Grandpa. Fighting Wampa says, how much is the McDonald's package for the clown to deliver the order straight to the wedding? Well, that's going to be more. Listen, you go to McDonald's.com and just do a search on weddings. I'm sure that if you can read Indonesian, you'll have the answers. Screaming Eagle says, hi, Blender. This off season, did the Suns do a great job or what? Did we do better than the Lakers? I think we did. I've been cautious, but Keon and Randy assure me that this Suns team looks even better than last year, and this is a legit title contender.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I thought the Suns did a really, really good job, but I like what the Lakers did too. I mean, they have, I don't know what's gotten into Rob Pelinka, but he's actually operating like a real GM. So they were able to get some deals too on very little money. I thought that they were pretty smart, though. The stuff that they're really waiting on is, the Austin Reeves and the Rui Hachimura, and if teams are going to match those offers for them.
A big part of why they were able to do that is because Jeannie Buss has agreed to have a wedding at McDonald's. Yeah, it's a true story.
How about that?
Well,
I don't know who she's marrying, but all right. Lost Toby, thank you for that. Everybody wants us to know that, that the fries are cooked in beef fat. Well, I don't care. They're tasty. That's all I know. Cabana says veteran UPS drivers bust their butts and they gross 90 to 100K. They can drive with both front doors open. Veteran mailmen make 60 to 70. No AC. Doors are closed when they're moving. UPS has not had a raise in 3 years. Have you ever seen a fat UPS guy? No, because they're just sweating all that fat away. You ever seen a skinny mailman? No, you haven't. Cabana is just like amazingly coherent. This is a rarity, but yes, you have to agree with everything he said. Jag Dog, no, it's not called backdoor taco. It's called backyard taco. And no, they don't have weddings. Big George, he says, just went to McDonald's today for a quarter pounder with cheese, a medium fry, and a Coke there, $12.
See what I mean?
He says, I can go to a sit-down restaurant for that price. No, you can't. No, you can't bet.
No, it'd be $24.50.
Do you remember when the Denny's Grand Slam was like $2.99?
Yeah.
It's $14 now.
Yeah.
There
I took my grandson there about 6 months ago. I almost had a heart attack when I went to pay the bill. And I had a senior Grand Slam, and my grandson had a chocolate milk and 3 pancakes. I thought I was going to have to take out a loan.
Yeah, it's getting damn ridiculous out there. Boomer Sooner says use apps, points equal free food, etc. For an old guy, Boomer Sooner is very technically savvy.
Yeah. No, he's hip. He's on
when
it.
it comes to saving money, Boomer Sooner does not play around.
Yeah, he's on it. Well, he's divorced, so he's got to kind of save money.
Boomer Sooner wants to know what McDonald's is Big George going to? Well, he's in California, so that should explain a lot about the prices there. Baker's Cocky Inn says, I just got back from Newport Beach.
Glad you made it back alive.
Bragging. Anyway, he says, is this 115 crap? Is it 115?
Welcome back to Arizona, man.
I mean, it was
the temperature right now.
It was yesterday.
Let me see here. Yeah. Oh, okay. Because right now it says
I got 110 in the Scottsdale, according to
112 in the Creek of Queen. So.
Should I do a weather report here?
It's just pretty much the same thing for like the next week. But if you feel like it, go ahead.
I mean, I can do a weather report here.
All right.
From the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, sponsored by Harman Solar, Chief Meteorologist, the Weather Jefe, Rantino Whitino. Current temperature outside right now, if you can breathe, 112 depending on where you're at. It might be 113, 111 in the West Valley, 112 downtown Phoenix. Sunny skies, no chance of relief. However, on Monday, a 90% chance of thunder showers and a high of 112. We'll find out more on our next weathercast from the Harman Solar 1580, the Fanatic Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Randy White, back to you, Jeff Cope.
Let me get this straight. So it's the easiest time to forecast weather in the entire year, and you need a part 2.
Well, yeah.
Because it's going to be this. What more do you need to tell us?
Look, man, it's going to be sunshine and haboobs and hot temperatures and the rain. It looks like we're predicting rain for Monday. Thunder showers. Yeah, go ahead. Jeffrey O'Brien, go ahead. 1580 Fanatic. But
something is wrong, right? Because this is monsoon season and we have had any monsoons yet. Shouldn't we have had something?
No, not necessarily. It's kind of like Bigfoot season. You may or may not see Bigfoot.
Okay. All right. That's cool. All right. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm glad.
You're welcome. That's what I learned at the Weather Consortium last week when I was off.
So full of crap. Thundar the Sound Barbarian says, after Randy has referred to the happy ending package so many times, I got a whole new set of concerns about the horrors under the table in the dining room at McDonald's. When I was a kid, people just stuck their gum under there. These days, it's a whole nother level of concerns. No, that is fair. That is absolutely fair, Thundar the Sound Barbarian. Blissful Hayes says, Jeannie Buss isn't with Phil Jackson anymore? Oh, no, they broke up years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phil got into some sort of thing, and he moved to New York.
Slim Pickens Hat says, I went to a wedding. It was a reception at Golden Corral a few years ago. Surprisingly, a good experience.
Oh, my God.
You are lying.
You mean at the restaurant? Because there's no way it was a good experience after. We've all eaten at Golden Corral.
They had a wedding reception at a Golden Corral.
And there's a 0% chance you ate the Golden Corral and then afterwards you were just fine. That just doesn't happen there.
Oh, no, guys. He had to have been very drunk. Then it was a surprisingly good experience. He also says there's a bad fire south of Phoenix Children's Hospital right now.
Well, I'm sure Phoenix's finest is on it.
Get those kids out of bed. Get them handing over buckets of water.
I mean, come on.
Put them to work. You remember when kids used to work?
Yeah.
Big George says, yes, you can. Yes, you can what? He says, my local Thai restaurant has $9.99 specials. They're 1,000 times better than McDonald's. Oh, all right. Well, like a lunch special or something.
Did he say like a Thai restaurant?
Yeah. There's actually a Thai restaurant around the corner from here that has a pretty good lunch.
I guess it's an even trade-off. McDonald's.
Wait. Thai restaurant for $9.99. You're eating cats.
It's $15 here. It's not $9.99.
But diarrhea.
It's a good lunch special.
Oh. I was going to argue the diarrhea one, but no, that fits actually. That's pretty good. Big George says, I haven't been at Golden Corral since George W. Bush was president. Bad experience. Never going back there again. Yeah, me too, buddy. Bruno Baller says, I remember when McDonald's would advertise you can get a hamburger and a small fry and a small drink and get change back from $1. That just means you're really old, Bruno Baller. Baker's Cocky Hens. He sent me a picture. Guys, again, can I just remind you, when you get in your car, that temperature gauge is not correct because your car's been sitting there getting hot. And it takes probably a good half an hour before it gets cooled down to the actual temperature of outside air. So it's probably not actually 115 degrees, but yeah, it's not too far off. By the way, very low miles on that vehicle. He's got 4,857 miles on that.
Congratulations.
Wow. Somebody just wants to brag about their new car. Boomer Sooner says 107 in Anthem, slight breeze from the south. Well, thank God we know the wind direction. That's the important part. Baby Got Dak says, on the occasion, I do get a fast food burger. I get the kids' meal, cheeseburger at Culver's. Same size burger and fries as the adults having their meal. Smaller drink, but you do get a free ice cream. It's drive-through only. Oh, look at Baby Got Dak scamming the system at Culver's. There's like, what, one in the valley? I don't know how many there are out there.
There's a few.
It's not bad.
There's a few of them.
So you dig the Culver's, huh?
I've had it a couple of times. I do like it. Yeah.
You gonna try this hack where you get the kids meal?
I'll check it out. Yeah.
Save that money. Blissful Hayes says, hey Randy, I love boobs. How dare you, sir? Randy White, as our meteorologist, was talking about huboobs or dust storms.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Dust storms.
Such a child.
Yeah.
Cabana says possibly going to be 120 next week. And I saw those reports, but I think they've backed off those reports. They were saying, I thought it was going to be 4th of July. It turns out they were talking about
Yeah, they keep backing off of it. I would not expect it unless something crazy happens. But I would say this is about the time you start seeing those clouds start to build up in the north and the south part of the state and moving into the valley. So I think you'll see some storm activity next week. I don't think you'll see 120 quite yet.
Lost Toby says he's been driving about 45 minutes and his says 113. Boomer Sooner says, yeah, Bruno Baller, you're as old as I am. Look at Boomer Sooner. He's so happy I called somebody else but him old. The Chosen One says, I would say Culver's is the best fast food available. Them curds are delicious. The cheese, they actually have cheese curds.
They do have cheese curds and they are tasty.
Well,
I didn't have those since Minnesota.
Culver's comes from Wisconsin.
Well, explains it.
Yeah.
Donnie, by the way, can I just say the old guy in the commercials? Have you seen the commercials? And he's like giving the kid ice cream. He's got a little creeper vibe there, doesn't he? Did anybody else pick that up?
Maybe someone else should have handed the kid the ice cream.
That's what I'm just saying. He had a little bit of a vibe there. I'm just saying. Donnie says there's a Culver's in Queen Creek. Yeah, okay. I just kind of like to leave the area a lot. Just what? Same thing I said about fries. All right, so listen, can we talk about the Diamondbacks when we come back? I know things ain't been going great lately, and the Dodgers are starting to catch up on us. But we'll talk about last night's game, see if we can sort of sort out what's going on. Some other things have happened in the world of baseball. Let's talk about that when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Summer is here. Time for perfectly aged, always tender, and guaranteed delicious Omaha Steaks. Here's an amazing offer when you go to omahasteaks.com and enter Garden into the search bar. Save over 61% on the Gourmet Grill Pack and receive 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers when you order. Omaha Steaks isn't just steak. It's the best steak of your life, guaranteed. Type Garden into the search bar at omahasteaks.com and order the Gourmet Grill Pack today. omahasteaks.com, keyword garden.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
DQ presents
Picture this. You're getting together with all your best friends. Now picture all your best friends are actually the delicious ingredients of the new cake batter cookie dough blizzard. That's DQ soft serve, cake batter flavor, confetti cookie dough pieces, and DQ signature sprinkles. Oh, hey, it sounds like you got some pretty sweet friends. And that's worth cueing the confetti. Cookie dough! The flavor party isn't going to last forever, so hurry in and get your cake batter fix today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
You could throw your flip-flop at a bug.
Ew, a bug. Get it.
But the chances of actually hitting it
Oh, over there.
are statistically
It's still alive.
unlikely. Good thing nature's got your back. Stem bug killers combine powerful active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and geraniol and scientifically engineer them into effective bug fighting formulas, safe for use as directed around people, pets, and throughout the home. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
DQ presents Picture this. You're getting together with all your best friends. Now picture all your best friends are actually the delicious ingredients of the new cake batter cookie dough blizzard. That's DQ soft serve, cake batter flavor, confetti cookie dough pieces, and DQ signature sprinkles. Oh, hey, it sounds like you got some pretty sweet friends. And that's worth cueing the confetti. Cookie dough! The party isn't going to last forever, so hurry in and get your cake batter fix today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
This isn't a game of touch in the backyard.
I tore his ass up.
This isn't tossing around the ball with your friends. And it sure as hell isn't flag football.
This is the NFL. Hard-hitting, pad-smacking, body-busting football.
We've got all the primetime games in one place.
On your home for the NFL, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Hey, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Want to let everybody know that next week it's Christmas in July with Kasai. And here's how you can win a $50 gift card from Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. Just be listening to the Daily Blender, and each hour we're going to give you the name of one of Santa's reindeer. It's not going to be announced all fancy, but it's going to be sort of just kind of inserted into conversation. And so you got to really kind of pay attention. And then when you hear it, then you text in that you heard it and what the name is. And then at the end of the day, after the show's over, with a random number generator, we go through and we do a random drawing. And if you win, you'll win a $50 gift card from Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. But then you have a chance to win another 50, because all you got to do then is keep track of all the names given during the week and then text all of them in one text on Friday for a chance to win an additional $50. We're going to give away a $50 gift card every single day from Kasai. So that all happens next week. And I think we're doing it another week too. I don't know if it's the next week after that or what, but Christmas in July with Kasai here on 1580 The Fanatic. So last night, the Mets, they beat us again, Randy. That's kind of unexpected a little bit. Just out of nowhere at the very, very, very end of the game, down to last pitch. The strike was supposed to be, at least, and the Mets pay them. They had a triple, and that was in 2-1 over the Diamondbacks. Mark Canha with the go-ahead run. So that is disappointing. And I don't. Are the boys tired? Do you think it's coming into the All-Star break, or is it just? I mean, the Mets aren't that good, man.
Well, listen, the Mets. I don't care what their record says in the NL East. The Mets are a damn good team, and I've been sitting here on this radio program, and I've been saying since April that the bullpen for the Arizona Diamondbacks are suspect. And last night again, you put in the Sheriff, and the Sheriff gives up the game winner. And if you look up the stats, the Diamondbacks are not. One of the bullpen for the Diamondbacks, not one of the best in the leagues. And I've been saying at this trade deadline, you need to go out and make some moves or bring some guys up from your farm system. But you've got to get some help in here. The Rangers already went out and got Aroldis Chapman, and they have helped themselves out. Of course, the Diamondbacks are not going to make that sort of a move. Big George was talking about it on Twitter. But the Diamondbacks are not going to pay that kind of money for Aroldis Chapman to come in here and help this team. The Diamondbacks are going to look for value moves. So Mike Hazen will be looking for, I think, bullpen help. And there's nothing else they can say about it. I don't care what the press does. The bullpen for the Diamondbacks is suspect. And when you come back from the All-Star break, you better be ready to play ball.
There are a couple of guys on the Red Sox that are 35, 36 years old on 1-year deals. That sounds more like a Mike Hazen move to me than anything else. Yeah, like they're having pretty decent seasons and they're on 1-year deals. So you're not committed long-term to a large amount of money. That seems more like where the Diamondbacks might be more likely to go.
Or a young kid, somebody that's young in one of these organizations that you can trade for, that you feel like is ready to come up now and pitch now. It's like Torey Lovullo said yesterday. It'd be nice to have a shutdown guy, but we don't have one. Torey, I got news for you. You haven't had a shutdown guy since you started coaching here in Arizona. Every year, it's closer by committee, and it's getting kind of old. The bottom line is the Arizona Diamondbacks need some help in the bullpen. Andrew Chafin is not the answer, and it'll be interesting to see what they can do. However, let me be quick to say this, Jeffrey. Yeah, the Diamondbacks are 4-6 and in danger of being swept by the Mets tonight. But the Dodgers are only 5-5. The San Francisco Giants only 3-7, and the Padres are only 4-6 in their last 10. So this AL West, everybody's struggling.
Yeah, but the Dodgers now a game and a half behind us where they had been up to 4. So it's a little bit disconcerting. Big George says, I'll tell you all you need to know about last night's game. Andrew Chafin stinks. Torey Lovullo left him in there too long and let him not only blow the lead, but also allow the Mets to win. Andrew Chafin has always stunk, and I'm not sure why the Diamondbacks brought him back. Get him out of there. Trade for a reliever who can actually close games like Josh Hader.
And that's one of the things that I was saying going into the season. I was very surprised that Ken Kendricks and the ownership group extended Torey Lovullo. This has been one of the knocks on Torey Lovullo. The guy does not know how to coach. What he does is he coaches by numbers, and he's got the analytics guys with their Texas Instruments calculators and their pocket protectors up there in the front office crunching numbers, and they get on the horn with him during a game and saying, put Andrew Chafin in this situation. He should be good, instead of somebody coaching with their gut instinct and saying, let's go. Last night, the Nationals, against the Reds, what's your manager? Martinez. Martinez. Davey Martinez. He questioned the fact that Ellie De La Cruz had a knob on the end of his bat. And what happened? They took the knob off his bat. Suddenly this kid couldn't hit. It was his kryptonite. Then the umpires and New York and MLB say it's okay, put the knob back on the back, and that guy crushes a 450-foot home run. That's Davey Martinez coaching by his gut. I don't think that Torey Lovullo does that. What do the numbers say? What do the stat sheets say? What do the spreadsheets say?
And it stinks because we've seen the blueprint of a guy who uses the stats and uses the analytics and still knows when to actually use his own head. Joe Madden's been the kind of the guy that's been that way, where he's like, yeah, I like analytics. I like having the numbers there, but also you just have to look at your players. How are they playing? Look at the opposing team. How are they playing? What do they look like? And make those decisions yourself. And you see Torey Lovullo just do things that just boggles your mind, where like he has a lineup that's working. And then I can only assume there's a number crunching reason why. They'll just change up the entire lineup and throw the chemistry off for everybody, because now you don't know what your responsibility is relative to what it was yesterday. It's just weird stuff like that, man.
It's like I've been saying, Diamondbacks are in trouble when it comes to the bullpen. They've got some quality arms down there, but they have they've got no idea how to use these guys. So
Hamilton Porter says, when the Tigers made the World Series in 2006, our bullpen did us in. Diamondbacks might want to fix that if they do want a deep run. Well, no, Randy is 100% right. He's been saying it since the season started. It's the bullpen. That's the problem.
It will be interesting to see what we do, if we do anything. And let me go ahead and prompt you, Diamondback fans. The damn Diamondbacks may not do anything at the trade deadline. They may not make any moves because this is a team that has a tight budget. The purse strings are tight. I know Mike Hazen has come out publicly and said, we have the full support of, the ownership group to go out and make some. Well, we'll see. We'll see when you make a move.
Can I just say I do like Martinez. I really do.
Davey Martinez.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
do think he's a great manager. I like the way he thinks. I like how he went up against the umpires and won. And he didn't even get fined, and he just completely
Yeah.
pants them on national television.
Mm.
So I really do like this guy. And in fact, he was even like this whole De La Cruz thing. De La Cruz had like a little weird plastic thing on the end of his bat.
Yeah, it's
Usually
a
it covers
little
a
knob.
sensor.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And so he liked it. So they took the sensor out, but he left the cap on. And so he goes out there and, of course, Martinez looks over and says, what the hell's that on his bat? And he says, hey, can we take a look at what the hell's on his bat? And there's no problem with that. And so they went and take a look at his bat. They're just like, oh, it's a cap. He's like, well, I've never seen this before. You can even read the lips of the umpire. He's like, well, I've never seen this before. So I don't know if you're allowed to have it on. And they said, well, just take it off for now and we'll find out. And I guess they talked to somebody wherever they talked to somebody in New York or whatever.
New York.
And they said, no, it's okay as long as the sensor's not there. So then he went over and said, hey, you can have that back on just as long as there's no electronics in it. And, De La Cruz is a young man. And so, of course, he took it personally and got kind of crappy about it. He's like, after he hit that home run, he's pointing at it like, you want to check it? You want to check it? It's like, dude, listen, it's just, you don't have to be like an a-hole about it. It's just something seemed odd. Somebody wanted to take a look at it. Martinez said, hey, can we take a look at that? I don't know what the heck that is. And it was absolutely correct and fair to do it. And then De La Cruz makes it like it's between, it's like some sort of a fight or a struggle. I didn't like the attitude, and neither did Martinez. He says, listen, I'm not trying to penalize this kid. I love the way he plays the game. I didn't like his antics, though, after he hit the home run. We could do without that. I mean, he's only got 2 weeks in the big leagues, Is it buddy? He's going to be a good player. So Martinez was going back and forth, like, I didn't like what he did. Oh, he's a good kid. He was, trying to walk the fence on that. But basically, Martinez was like, what was that? Why did you even need to do that?
Well,
Why
I mean,
did you need to fight with anybody about this?
But with all due respect, Ken, I think Davey Martinez was trying to be politically correct there. Because if it was me, I would say, well, this kid needs to learn the game. And I would have left it at that. And the next guy that goes out there that faces him is going to buzz his tower about 2 or 3 times and get him real good and pissed off. And then he goes 0-4 for the game. And then the next game he comes out, he goes 0-4 again. I would walk him. I'd throw behind him. I'd throw up at his numbers. I'd throw way outside. I would give this kid no chance to hit the ball and frustrate him so damn bad he wouldn't be able to perform when I do throw one down the middle. And that's the way I would coach the game if I'm Davey Martinez. Go ahead, Keon.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to happen anyway. I don't think that's off the table even remotely. Because the thing with young guys and them being fired up about stuff is I always like it. I think it's fun. But there's just consequences, like if you're going to be that guy, things happen afterwards. Like there's after you show up the other team, there's an after that. You have to face these people again, and they're going to take exception to the way that you're acting in this game. The next time the Reds and the Nationals play, I would look out.
I had a coach in baseball that told me, because I was a catcher, if a guy shows our team up or our pitcher or anybody on our team, the back of his uniform gets dirty, not the front. What that meant was you're going to throw inside on this kid. He's going to be diving out of the box, and we're not going to give him anything to hit. If we walk him, that's okay. He gets 1 base. But we're not going to give him anything at all. Nothing. And and I've seen it work. It frustrates these kids that come up in this game that think they're bigger than the game. They're a big superstar after 2 weeks. Guess what? Welcome to the bigs, kid. And watch me buzz your tower at about 98.
Yeah, it's not even all that for me. De La Cruz thinking he's in a fight. There's no fight. It's absolutely appropriate when you see something different on somebody's bat or equipment to say, hey, what's going on over there? That's all it was. Nobody was disrespecting him.
Right,
Nobody was calling him out or trying to say you're a bad player or you're a cheater or you're anything. Yeah, so I really, his reaction to that just was very poor. And I think you're right. I think that now that they see, oh, we have someone to play with. They're going to play with De La Cruz.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whistling Gerbil says, no, buy Ellie's rookie card right now. That kid is special. He's special.
He's special. But he's about to learn how to be in the big leagues. He's about to learn a hard lesson.
The education is on the way. Hamilton Porter says, yeah, this is like when Tim Anderson got lit up for, after all the bat flipping.
Well, I mean, Tim Anderson came into the league, same thing. He got into the league, thought he was bigger than the game. He would hit a home run and flip his bat. Now, I happen to be an old school kind of guy. Okay, hit your home run. That's okay. Put your head down, run around the bases, celebrate. That's okay. You start showing my picture up, we are going to retaliate. And the back of your uniform will be more dirty than the front of your damn uniform. I guarantee it.
Right. Keep in mind, everybody, Randy's not talking about hurting a kid.
Oh, no.
You buzz the tower, you make them think about it. You give them, you give them something to flinch about.
Handful of wild pitches takes care of any attitudes in baseball.
The Nats and the Reds play again in August 4th. Just keep an eye on that one.
And that's the thing, Keon, you're right. Baseball, historically, managers and teams and pitchers have long memories.
Man, we've got stories from like the 40s and 50s where a guy hadn't seen a guy in like 18 months. And then he went out there and just immediately charged the mound. just because of something that he thought the guy said. It's the way it is in baseball. Pringle says value equals cheap. Lost Toby says Mets are underperforming, but a good team. Diamondbacks only have a 62% save percentage. They're going to need a lot of help in that bullpen.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
Oh, by the way, there's been an update on a story we haven't even told you about. I guess this cameraman, it was during the Orioles Yankees game, and this fielder, I guess, I'm sorry, the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson, he got let a throw get away from him. He was trying to throw to the first base, and it went past him and hit a cameraman in the head. Was it like a guy behind the camera? Is that what it was?
It was a guy on the first base line. He was in the camera well, and Gunnar Henderson airmailed the ball to first base.
Well,
and it hit that. Yeah, it hit him right here in the forehead.
I know, but here's the thing. No, it didn't. Here's what it turns out. It did not hit him in the forehead. It hit him right in the eye socket, and he has an orbital fracture in his eye right now. That is the update for that guy. Yeah, he'll be okay, but that's pretty damn scary.
Oh yeah.
When a guy throws it and he gets away from it, and you say airmail. No, that was a throw.
Yeah,
that was velocity.
It's what we say in the game. He airmailed that thing. I mean, he took a step and he thought, and shortstops and third basemen and even second basemen are taught, if you're going to throw it to first base, throw it with authority. Don't candy arm it over there. Just throw the ball. And that's what this kid did. And it got away from him. And man, you feel for that cameraman. He took the full brunt.
All right, so let's pretend that this is the top part of the camera. Those are those big HD TV cameras, right? It's not like a little camcorder.
Yeah.
It's a big thing you see those guys with.
Yeah.
And if he's looking into it and you see the top of his head kind of like this, shouldn't they have like a little plexiglass thing right there so they can concentrate on the screen but not catch one in the eye?
See, when I was working cameras like that, I always had the camera up at eye hand. So if anything was going to hit the camera, if anything was going to be airmailed towards me, it was going to hit the camera. But he had it kind of down.
Right.
You're exactly right. He
like
was
he
looking,
was standing off it a little
yeah,
bit.
he was kind of looking over the viewfinder a bit. And that's why his head got hit so hard. His eye socket was above a bit above the viewfinder. He had the viewfinder kind of tilted up, and he was looking at the game. So, and you don't know as a cameraman, you're trained to stay on the shot. Yeah. And he was on the first base shot, and you're trained not to move. And the ball came in and got him solid. And you feel bad for him.
When you fracture that orbital bone, is there surgery involved, or it's just got to wait?
I mean, it would depend, Jeffrey, on how bad the fracture is. If it's a displaced fracture, maybe. I would doubt it at this point. Probably the ball hit him and just kind of the shock just kind of fractured that orbital bone around the eye socket. And I think what they'll do is he won't be working for a while. And it's kind of like the basketball players. He'll have some sort of mask or something when he goes back to work until that orbital bone is better.
Put a little plexiglass thing there. That's all. Halfy Lefty says, who do you think has a longer memory when it comes to retaliation? Hockey teams or baseball teams? Yes. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. You know, the Lund Mortgage Team has been doing their thing for over 2 decades in the Valley, helping thousands of people in Arizona save money on their loans, get the best rate. They're mortgage brokers. They can shop it around for you. And now more than ever, it is so important to have a mortgage professional that's been around, that's seen the high rates, low rates, everything in between, because look, there's no sugarcoating what's going on right now. The rates are higher. However, the supply and demand, the whole how many houses are for sale in Arizona and what's going on, it's gone in favor of the buyer now. So if you're going to buy a new home, it is important to go and get that rate. Whatever that rate is, it's not going to be your forever rate. That's important to think about. So lock it in, get the house of your dreams, and move on. But let the people at the Lund Mortgage Team do their job. All the heavy lifting from start to finish. They'll find you the best rate out there. Call 623-875-9940, 623-875.
Tabled Flair is the perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Happy hour is always on fire and offered daily with specials on teppanyaki, sushi, and their signature cocktails. Now through July, for every $100 gift card you buy, get an extra $20 bonus card. Bonus cards cannot be used on the day to purchase. Go to KasaiScottsdale.com. That's KASAI Scottsdale.com or call 480-607-1114. That's 480-607-1114.
Summer is here. Time for perfectly aged, always tender, and guaranteed delicious Omaha Steaks. Here's an amazing offer when you go to omahasteaks.com and enter Garden into the search bar. Save over 61% on the gourmet grill pack and receive 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers when you order. Omaha Steaks isn't just steak. It's the best steak of your life, guaranteed. Type Garden into the search bar at omahasteaks.com and order the gourmet grill pack today. omahasteaks.com, keyword garden. Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
You could throw your flip-flop at a bug.
Ew, a bug. Get it.
But the chances of actually hitting it
over there
are statistically,
it's still alive.
Unlikely. Good thing nature's got your back. Stem bug killers combine powerful active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and geraniol and scientifically engineer them into effective bug-fighting formulas, safe for use as directed around people, pets, and throughout the home. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
DQ presents Picture This. You're getting together with all your best friends. Now picture all your best friends are actually the delicious ingredients of the new cake batter cookie dough blizzard. That's DQ soft serve, cake batter flavor, confetti cookie dough pieces, and DQ signature sprinkles. Oh, hey, it sounds like you got some pretty sweet friends. And that's worth cueing the confetti. Cookie dough! The flavor party isn't going to last forever, so hurry in and get your cake batter fix today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Your home for sports.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
I asked my wife what her favorite part about me is. She says, Randy, she says she loves my thigh gap. I would have thought it was my rock hard abs, but she said thigh gap. I don't know. What?
We're live.
Oh, hi. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. And Big George says, wait, I just heard the Kasai Japanese Steakhouse ad. Is it already time for Christmas? Randy, no, it's just Christmas in July. So I guess I won't get mad if Randy plays that because it is true. I guess we do need it. Wish I didn't have to have this song. But anyway, but yeah, we're going to be doing giveaways next week. And of course, the deal is real. You get $100 gift card from Kasai, and they'll give you a little bonus $20 bonus card on there. So pretty nice. 888-368-1580. Let's talk some NBA here. This is, I guess is it weird? It's Kobe Bryant is on the cover of the new NBA 2K game. It's the 4th time he's been on there and stuff. So is that weird? Does that seems a little weird. Okay, so it's not just me.
No, he's been on the cover 4 times and 2 times since he's been gone. So that's it's a little odd.
He's like Tupac. You know, he's just. I mean,
He's
that's
just
the
really
best.
out there somewhere.
I don't know.
Just keeps turning up.
Boy, I tell you what, his wife is just churning the old money machine because she's got to sign off on that. But here's the thing: if you can play with Kobe in a game, oh hell yeah, you're going to play with Kobe in a game. You know what I mean? That makes sense, I guess. But I don't know, just sort of struck me as a little odd.
It's just,
I guess
we've had 2 Mamba editions of the game.
Mhm.
We've had 1 Jordan edition. Just seems, you know,
also, yeah, about that.
just little. All right, you know,
Maybe he was not very cooperative. You know how he can be a little bit less than cooperative when it comes to stuff. You know, with his
Who, Kobe?
No, Jordan.
well, he signed off on
Oh.
it once. I mean, once
Well,
he signs it, they do all the animation and all the other stuff. I
Sure.
mean, he doesn't have to.
But you have to sign off on it each game. And maybe he asked for more money if they were going to do certain things, and they're like, "Well, we can't afford that." I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm not telling NBA 2K how to do their business here, but I
Yeah.
feel like you're right. That having Kobe on 4 times and Jordan once,
And also, I don't know, like highlight some of the young guys in the game, in the game of basketball in general. Like just highlight those
I want
guys.
the NBA 2K Jock Landale edition. That's
You want
Yeah.
Jock like going up to break their backboard.
well,
That's the
he's
one you
not
want.
gonna. No, he
He's
he
not,
might.
not in danger of breaking the back.
He would just do like vibrate like this.
Hmm.
But I don't think he's gonna break anything. But anyway,
It's him
25 years.
aggressively grabbing a rebound.
25 years of NBA 2K. So I guess on an anniversary type thing, all right, I can see it. But like Keon said, what about Jordan? No, just
Did
what
you
about
hear
Jordan?
they're releasing the helicopter cam
Oh, Jesus.
Boy. Oh Lord.
in this version?
I was going to the Colorado hotel room cam, but you just took it to a darker place.
What do you mean?
Should probably Google that, I guess. 888-368-1580. Hefty Lefty says, thick thighs save lives.
Where'd you hear that?
I don't think that's really a saying, Hefty Lefty. He says, just ask softball players. Still, I don't know that that's
just softball
saying.
players were minding their own business just now.
Hey, doing nothing to you, hefty lefty.
Powerful thighs. They do have powerful thighs. It's
Hey,
just-
strong thighs.
Oh,
It's solid lower base, you know?
yeah. It's just
That's where
center
all
of
that
gravity.
power comes from.
squats, mini
Hey,
squats.
Tom Seaver. I mean,
Yeah.
his posterior and his legs were like trees.
Yeah. Randy
That's how
would
he
spend
generated
hours.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Hours looking at Tom Seaver's
damn
ass.
right. Yeah.
Just over and over and again.
Wait.
So, he had posters up in the control room when we
Wait a
were
minute.
doing the morning
What?
show, and he would just gaze into Tom Seaver's ass. Like I was like, sometimes Randy, I had to shake him. Hey, we're on the air, and then he just was transfixed by Tom Seaver's derriere.
What a great base.
Hmm?
It's all about that base, Jeffrey.
That is how the song goes. Yeah.
Which base? What base did he play?
I've been meaning to talk
Tom
to Keon
Seaver, I
about
thought, was
his
the
base.
pitcher. Wait, what? No, that's all. Yeah, just Keon. Your best bet here is to ignore it and then just not be in a room alone. With
Keon's got a nice base. He's got
Moving
a good
on.
foundation.
Boogie says, no, it's true. Thick thighs save lives.
Yeah.
I mean, I have heard that before. Yeah.
Is that in a song? I don't
think it's in a song. I just think it's
Everybody's
a phrase
saying
that was going around, and
Never heard that before.
The fans of thick thighs agreed.
I guess so. Lost Toby says, Blitzen. Okay, again, it's not today, it's next week, and nobody has said Blitzen. Big George says, Randy, boy, that was very dark.
What?
I don't know.
Tom Seaver?
You should have the only way you
great
could have
Tom
made that
Seaver
worse.
already passed away.
You could have made that worse is just if you put a rim shot right after you said a helicopter edition.
Not allowed to do that anymore.
No, yeah, we had to talk. Hefty Lefty says, I'm not knocking softball players. Okay. I was knocking boots with softball player when I was in high school. I enjoy a sturdy base. That didn't need a rim shot, Randy. Just put it back away. Lost Toby says, my life has been saved more than once by thick thighs. Still trying to work that out. Does that mean that it just doesn't reach the destination? And then
Just move on.
Okay. So let's talk about the NBA technical foul thing they're trying out in the summer league.
Oh, the old flopperoo.
Yeah. So here's what happens. Okay. I guess it was the Grizzlies versus the Mormons, and so Shackelford.
What do
What?
you think? Mormon.
The Utah Jazz.
Okay. All right. I'm with you. All right. Go ahead.
So Grizzlies forward Jake LaRavia made contact with Shackelford's head, gave him a forearm shiver there.
You're not kidding. Yeah.
And but then Shackelford reacted. He recoiled and stumbled backwards like somebody just like opened the door and shot him in the face. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But here's the thing: he was fouled. He was fouled, absolutely fouled. But then it was the reaction that the Danica Mosher, she's like, nope. And she blew the whistle, gave him the technical foul. And of course, that just extended the lead for Memphis. They're at that point 54-38. But here's the thing: it should have been 54-40 because LaRavia really did foul Shackelford. There was a foul there. But so here's the thing: if you're going to tee somebody up and say that's a flop, you should double check that, because now you're in a technical foul situation. Play is stopped anyways. Check it on the camera. If you see the contact of the foul, then okay, technical for flopping, fine. But then he shoots 2 for the foul, or whatever the reaction should be for the foul, whether it's depends on who's in the in foul trouble or whatever. So that is what I say. But on this was horribly executed.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Randy.
So you're talking about this new flopping foul?
Yeah, the flopping technical.
And the way that I understand this is the referees do not make the call when the foul happens.
No, that's not correct, because Danica Mosher, she blew her whistle immediately and teed him up just like that.
I mean, I was reading about it on NBA.com.
Then she made a mistake.
So maybe I'm wrong here. And Fourth Dimension or Keon or Jeffrey, please correct me. But
Randy.
What I heard was the referees can assess the technical, which is a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the next neutral timeout.
So and Randy's right. As the rules are written, the referee is. I'll read it right here. Officials will not be required to stop live play to call a flopping violation.
Mm-hmm.
They can wait until the next neutral opportunity to stop play.
She called it immediately.
So, well, and look, this is the reason why you tested in summer league and you tested in preseason. That's what it's for, is to try and iron out, okay, how do we actually do this, and how do we do this rule better in a way that makes sure that we have the actual right calls.
Go back to the way you phrased that. If you're reading this from the rules, it said they're not required, but they can. There's nothing that says that they're prohibited from.
That's a good point. Good point. Officials will not be required.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So whatever the case, it was handled wrong. And I think if you're going to do this technical for flopping, you should add the ability to properly assess what just happened, because maybe they aren't flopping. Maybe it was a legit hit, and you can only determine that the same way you determine a flagrant 1 or 2 or whatever. Take a look at the tape real quick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, that line there, maybe they should be required to call it at the next neutral play instead of leaving it up to the referee's discretion whether or not that they should be calling a flop, which is already a hard thing to figure out in real time.
I agree with Jeffrey. I think they have to look at it on tape.
So you could go one of 2 ways. Let's say Danica Mosher's like, oh, that's a flop, technical. She stops it. You take a look at it. But if it's something that you want to wait till the next stoppage, someone in New York should be like, oh, that dude flopped. Hey, Danica, that dude flopped. And then they call it there. There's 2 different ways that you can catch that.
Yeah. I think that's the best way of going about it, because you can't call a flop in real time. There's just too many things going on. If you've got a bad angle.
No, you could call this one. This was pretty bad. And LeBron has had some that have been obvious in real time.
Some of them are obvious, but some of them.
Look at the video. All right, guys. Hour 3 is up next. The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Summer is here. Time for perfectly aged, always tender, and guaranteed delicious Omaha Steaks. Here's an amazing offer when you go to omahasteaks.com and enter Garden into the search bar. Save over 61% on the gourmet grill pack and receive 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers when you order. Omaha Steaks isn't just steak, it's the best steak of your life, guaranteed. Type Garden into the search bar at omahasteaks.com and order the gourmet grill pack today. omahasteaks.com, keyword garden.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
DQ presents Picture This. You're getting together with all your best friends. Now picture all your best friends are actually the delicious ingredients of the new cake batter cookie dough blizzard. That's DQ soft serve, cake batter flavor, confetti cookie dough pieces, and DQ signature sprinkles. Oh, hey, it sounds like you got some pretty sweet friends. And that's worth cueing the confetti. Cookie dough! The flavor party isn't going to last forever, so hurry in and get your cake batter fix today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
You could throw your flip-flop at a bug.
Ew, a bug, get it.
But the chances of actually hitting it
Over there.
are statistically
It's still alive.
unlikely. Good thing nature's got your back. Stem bug killers combine powerful active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and geraniol and scientifically engineer them into effective bug fighting formulas, safe for use as directed around people, pets, and throughout the home. Stem, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
Would you like to access some of the equity in your home without refinancing? No reason to refinance and lose that great low rate that you have on your current mortgage. Desert Equity Lending can get you the home equity line of credit you've been looking for. It's fast, it's easy, and it may not even require tax returns. That's right. We can use bank statements to qualify you. Most banks require at least 2 years of tax returns and many other supporting documents. When the big banks say no, we say yes. You can have your home equity line in as little as 15 days. We have a simplified process that helps get you a home equity line of credit in half the time using half the documentation that the big banks require. It's never been easier. Call now, 602-509-3000. That's 602-509-3000. Find out just how easy it is to get a home equity line of credit without jumping through all the hoops at a big bank. Call Desert Equity Lending at 602-509-3000. 602-509-3000. Desert Equity Lending MV 0906989 NMLS number NMLS 173369. Conditions and restrictions apply.
Imagine if you had a chance to change a child's life, to protect our public lands, to help our veterans, to create a healthier Arizona. When you sign up for AmeriCorps, you have the chance to make a difference. Part-time or full-time, student or senior, AmeriCorps is for everyone. Sign up at serve.az.gov. That's serve.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Governor's Office of Youth, Faith, and Family.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240 Rolling Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down because it's time.
For what? Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. So this new Twitter, they're calling it the Twitter killer, Threads. It's been in existence for 22 hours, and Elon Musk's legal team has just sent a cease and desist letter over to Mark Zuckerberg, and they're saying, hey, it's obvious that you hired a bunch of Twitter people, and they have used our code and they used our stuff and had access to our trade secrets and to make this Threads app happen. And they're saying, yeah, with that knowledge, Meta deliberately assigned these employees to develop in a matter of months, what it should have taken years to do. Here's the thing. Hey, Twitter, maybe you should have been better, those people, huh? Maybe
Yeah,
you shouldn't
he fired like a bunch of them the first day he had it, and he was proud of it, and he was happy to do it. Well, they got to work somewhere.
But it makes you wonder, though. I wonder what's this is. Ooh, it's getting juicy, you know? I mean, maybe don't spend a whole lot of time
on your Threads account just yet. You know,
I'm going to give it a week. Like I said,
join up, check it out, see what's happening. But, maybe don't stress out too much about the bio or the photo or really anything else, because it just might disappear. I'm just saying. 888-368-1580. So, all right, let's talk about the NBA's new in-season tournament. They say it's going to happen in December. Well, the season starts in October. That seems a little bit quick for a mid-season tournament, doesn't it? Wouldn't you want to do that closer to, say, the All-Star break or something?
Well, no, because they want the All-Star break to be a break. I think
a month and a half later, there's a tournament.
Yeah, but it season kind of goes by fast at that point. I mean, All-Star break is in February. So if you pushed it closer to then, what are you really doing? I don't have a problem with the timing of it, because I don't think it's I don't know how they choose the teams off the top of my head that'll be in the tournament. So it's not like a record thing.
Yeah, it's not a record thing. And by the way, that's what they're saying. The tournament will count for regular season, except for those from the championship game. So some of these games will still count, But I think that sets you up for a lot of weirdness. You know what I'm saying? It's just
it sure does. Yeah.
Many different scenarios here that this doesn't make sense. And I know Adam Silver has wanted this for as long as his bald little head could imagine, but I don't know if this is a great idea. So here's what's going to happen: December 7th through 9. Wait, so it's only 2 days? It's only 3 days?
Makes sense. It's only 4 teams really, and then you got your quarterfinal, your semifinal, and then a championship.
Okay,
it's not a big tournament. So
the semifinals and final, that's going to take place in Las Vegas, according to the people. So now Vegas will have the NBA Final Four, which just sounds weird to say. And and
it's also not final, because the actual playoffs will be later.
Well, the Final Four of this tournament.
Well, there's only 4 teams in the tournament, so it's any 4.
Well, that's why I said Final Four. It's the Final Four in the tournament.
I don't know why this is confusing. I mean, college basketball does it. They have the
mid-season tournaments.
Well, they have all sorts of beginning of the season tournaments. Yeah, they have the Caribbean Classic, the Battle of
the Bahamas or something.
Bahamas.
Like that.
They've got all these Hawaiian classics. They do classics to start the season off, and it goes towards the regular season. I don't see why
I think that the difference there is, though, that in college basketball you have like 130 some odd teams, so you can do all of these different tournaments.
Yeah, but there's only select teams that go.
Yeah, but it's across conferences and things like that. So you get SEC teams playing, Big 12 teams early in the year and stuff like that. Where in the NBA, everybody already plays everybody. And your schedule is 82 games, not like 29 or whatever.
You know what? I don't mind it. It's a gimmick. Let's face it. It's a gimmick. It's a way to get people more interested in the NBA in the early season.
It's not going to work.
And that's all they're trying to do. And they're trying to generate more income and more excitement about the NBA in the early season when the NFL is still going on and nobody wants to watch the NBA. I mean, let's just face it. That's what they're doing.
I understand that. And I just don't know that it'll work, because you have to convince people that this tournament means something, that this trophy means something.
Means nothing.
And it's just a pit stop in the regular season.
$500,000 for each person on the winning team.
Oh, is it only 500K?
Yeah. Players for the tournament champion will receive $500,000 each.
Which, look, if you're LeBron, that doesn't do anything for you. But if you were Austin Reeves prepayment, that'd be a nice
lay their hearts out.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, don't you know that these guys are competitors, though, and they want to win, whether they're getting paid $28 million a year?
No, what this is the stars are going to play extra hard, because then they're like, see, little guys, we did this for you. And that way that LeBron can get flowers from the bench.
Yeah, help locker room stuff.
Well, okay. All right. And still, it's going to create some talk, some press, some excitement about the NBA, while the NFL is kicking their ass during the early part of the season.
Nobody's going to give 2 bleeps or a bleep about it.
The people who are really going to be into this are the people like me who are already into basketball and will already
Right.
be watching.
Right. So to give you a comparison of what it is, Keon, you'll recognize it. I guess it's like the Commissioner's Cup in the WNBA. That is what they're saying it's most like.
Yeah.
And if you watch the Commissioner's Cup stuff in the WNBA,
I have a little, but it's like that also for me is not the biggest draw. Like if you're already watching basketball, like, yeah, you're going to watch. I don't think that the Commissioner's Cup in the WNBA has brought in anybody who was not interested in the WNBA before, where they were like, oh yeah, but this Commissioner's Cup, now I'm really interested. It's like, no,
So
the
where-
people who like it were already watching it.
where in Vegas are they going to play? Ooh, are they going to play in that big light ball thing? Have you seen that thing? It's on the Vegas Strip.
The big
Are they going to
useless
play in there?
orb.
Well, that's going to cause so many damn car accidents.
I can't imagine. I
This
can't imagine.
giant stadium-sized ball, a big black ball just sitting there. During the day, it just looks like a black hole. And then at night, the thing lights up. The whole thing is covered in LED lights. It's like just a big spherical TV screen, and it just does all these designs and crazy animations. And man, people are gonna be flying off bridges and just crashing into each other. It's just gonna cause a whole lot of issues. But you got to admit that damn thing is pretty damn cool. But I hear that inside this, sphere, that you can have sporting events. It's like an arena.
It's like an arena. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My wife was telling me, she's like, yeah, they're talking about having some hockey games in there. And like, really? Is it that big of a place? I need more information about the
pretty
big lighty up ball thing.
Yeah,
in
it's
Vegas.
pretty big. Yeah.
And I wonder if they're going to do that in this, have a game in your ball right there. 888-368-1580. So by the way, let's talk about this. Grant Williams, no longer a Celtic.
Yeah.
And now a Maverick. Did not see that coming.
Me neither. I thought that he was kind of not a huge part of what the Celtics did, but he was an important part of what they did and setting that culture and being the tough guy on that team that's going to take the hard assignments, guard the difficult to guard players, get beat up, and be okay with that. That, grab rebounds, scrap, hustle, like that kind of thing. That's always been a part of Celtics basketball. And then in one off season, you lose two of the guys on your team who do that the most, in Marcus Smart and Grant Williams.
So why did the Celtics deal out Grant Williams? What are they trying to achieve here? Yeah, he seemed like a pretty important part of that team.
Yeah, I just don't think they wanted to pay him the money that he wanted.
4-year, $54 million deal. It wasn't much.
I mean, it's not a ton, but I don't think that they wanted. I mean, you say it's not much, but I mean, for NBA teams that are always counting their cap space and all that sort of thing.
Well, I'm a Phoenix Suns fan. I don't know what that means.
Like we no longer know what cap means in this city.
I was just
We're
going to ask.
so weird.
I mean, Keon and I would like 4 years at 54 million, please.
You realize, but
It's not a big deal. We would like that.
But as far as
not a big deal.
but as far as like a role player goes, 54 mil is kind of a lot. Not gonna lie to you. It's so like the thing is the Mavs are trying to build a team around Luka. And so they were willing to pay the money. The Celtics were willing to facilitate the sign and trade for it.
Which I don't understand that. Can one of you guys explain that to me? A sign and trade?
Yeah. So basically the team that you were on has your bird rights, basically, which is the ability to sign you to the most amount of money that you can be signed for.
But they're not going to be responsible once they trade you.
No.
No, to another team.
They are not. So they can
You're
get
securing that right to make it tradable.
Yeah. And so once so you can sign with that team and then they have the ability to trade you to another team that would be willing to pay that contract but can't sign you. And it's supposed to be able to help teams like the Celtics just now to not lose guys for nothing, not lose a guy in free agency for no reason. So he can come back and play for you at that price. But if he doesn't want to play for you and he wants to play for somebody else because you're not willing to pay that price, you at least get something back.
All right.
So have you heard about DeJounte Murray? He's going to stick around with the Hawks for 4 years, $112 million.
Which I don't want to hear any complaining out of him because I know he was complaining about some of the shots he was getting. And, well, he only wanted to shoot the ball more. Like, dude, you're playing with Trae Young. You know how this game's going to go. And you chose to stick around because 4 years, $112 million is nice money, but you took the money instead of the shots. And so I just don't want to hear DeJounte Murray not happy in his role by December. I just don't want to hear it.
Keon doesn't want to hear it. So if that happens,
not from him. No,
we just won't talk
DeJounte
about
Murray, if you're listening right now, you better not complain where Keon can hear you.
No, you
Keep
chose
your
you chose,
damn mouth shut.
He will
chose
come through the
112
kilowatts and kick your ass right where you're at.
You chose $112 million, and that's good for you. Just be okay with that.
Cliff Dingleberry, he just sent over something that says NBA rumor says the Celtics are stockpiling draft picks for seismic trade in the future. Well, what would that seismic trade be about, you think? Not DeAndre Ayton.
No. If it's if you're stockpiling draft picks and you're trying to move a guy out, I don't know who they'd bring in. They got Porzingis, so no, it wouldn't be Ayton. It wouldn't be any center. I guess for them, it would be somebody that they think probably fits alongside Tatum better than Jaylen Brown. Who that would be is a fascinating question. I don't know, but
what does Jaylen Brown play? Is it forward or
basketball?
I know.
Yeah, he's like he's like shooting guard forward. He's
shooting guard forward. Okay.
Yeah, wing guy.
Pringle says Victor Wembanyama announces if Christina Aguilera wants some, there's more where that came from.
Well, these hips don't lie. Yeah.
What is
What are you
wrong?
saying? Shakira could get some too. That's just not.
Line up, girls. Whistle
Bam!
Dribble says, Randy, I got that dude's number. I'll let him know for you. Yeah, keep your mouth shut. Boogie says, when using a bio snorkel, you need thick thighs. What? I still don't understand. Do I need to Google something?
A bio snorkel?
Isn't that one of those things where you stick it in the water and you pull the thing up and it like filters the water? You see those?
No. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but no.
I kind of want one of those.
No, it's like a filter.
Hefty Lefty says, although depending on how excited they get, thick thighs can take lives, actually. You could pop a head like a cantaloupe if you're not careful. Well, that's probably a good point. You got to be careful there. Big George says, this NBA Final Four tournament, yeah, that means nothing. I will not be watching unless the Suns are in it.
Which they might be in it eventually. They have yet to tell us exactly how they're choosing the teams for this thing.
I guess we got 115 degree temperature today. Then that's what they're saying. The record was 116, so everybody just calm down. It's no big deal. All right, so let's talk about Damian Lillard as he just sort of sits there, and the Blazers, they're taking offers, but they haven't been happy just yet, I guess. They did not accept the Miami Heat's offer. I'm not sure what about that they did not like, but it just wasn't enough. So I don't know. Do we have any information? Here's what people think will work would be Miami offering 2 first-round picks, 28 and 30, 5 years of first-round pick swaps, 22 first-rounder Jovic, and then rights to 23 first-round pick Jamie Jaquez Jr. And that seems like a lot. I don't know.
It seems like a lot, but it seems like a lot of guys that aren't gonna really help him. You know what I mean?
Well, they don't want Tyler Hero. Portland doesn't want Tyler Hero coming back at him. So this is what part of the issue is, them trying to think, okay, well, then how do we make this work? How do we balance that? And I guess the Blazers are like, hey, you got to come in here with something huge because you're not the only people who want Dame Lillard. So how's this thing going to work, man? And why this is taking a while?
It's taking a while because of a few things. One, Dame wants to go to Miami, and they're trying their best to see if that can be the place that he winds up going. But just because he wants to go to Miami doesn't mean he's going to Miami. So they're in a little bit of a tug of war where they're playing hardball with Damian Lillard's agent, who wants him to go to Miami. They're trying to make that happen to the best of their ability, but they're just like, look, Damian Lillard can want to go to Miami all he wants to. But if a better team, or if a team offers us a better deal, offers us more picks, offers us players we actually want instead of Tyler Hero, who's coming off of an injury, we actually don't know how good he is, that stuff is going to be the thing that holds this whole thing up. And they're not in a rush to make a deal because they have Damian Lillard. Like, this is not a a situation where the Wizards have to basically send Bradley Beal wherever he wants and for whatever the other team wants because he's got a no trade clause. Damian Lillard has no trade clause. He'll go where they send him. I mean, he won't be happy about it, and he'll feel like his loyalty hasn't been rewarded, but he'll go where they send him.
Yeah, but isn't his agent going around telling other teams, look, don't trade for Dame Lillard. You'll have an upset player on your hands.
Yeah. Like
Aaron Goodwin.
He's trying to basically put that out there just to ward those teams off and make it so that Miami is the only option. But the Trailblazers are like, look, if a team feels like they can convince Damian Lillard that things are going to be all right, or that they can put him in a championship situation relatively quickly, that's their concern. If you're a team that's struggling and you stink and you have a chance to get a Damian Lillard, you might not care what Damian Lillard's agent thinks.
Damn, but if the Bucks could pick him up, or the Lakers,
I mean, it'll cost them.
But still, I mean,
who has enough for this? It just seems like at this moment where everything is right now in free agency, who has enough for this if it's not the Heat?
Well, that's the thing is at this particular point when teams have signed a lot of, the players that they're going to bring in, if you have a lot of picks, you might be able to do it. Like that's the team that I think would have a great shot at it. But those teams aren't going to be like playoff teams, so like maybe the Bucks. But if you're looking at a team like the Celtics, who we have just, heard are stockpiling picks for a move, maybe that's the move. You just moved on from your point guard. Like they might have a chance at doing it. And of course, Jaylen Brown might be a guy that you'd be willing to let go because you still have Tatum, and then you pair him with Lillard instead. You bring in Porzingis like they did this offseason. Like the Celtics seem like a really strong choice, to be honest.
How long until this thing gets sorted out, you think?
I mean, it could drag on because they're not in a rush. They don't have a time crunch. Once they committed to trading Damian Lillard, they're basically like, look, we're in rebuild mode now. We're starting over. We're blowing this thing up. So what's the rush? Why not wait until somebody feels like they can offer us enough that we feel good about it? I mean, this thing could drag on all summer. There's no reason that it needs to happen right away.
Well, people are trying to make plans. People are trying to get their crap together. People are trying to get into a camp. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this is going to stymie the development of, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 different teams as they're trying to sort this out. So, it could mess up some stuff. I mean, you're right. Portland don't give a damn.
Damian Lillard's a big enough star. They know that whenever that move is going to happen, it's good. You're going to do it. That you're not going to say no to Damian Lillard if you're the Boston Celtics or the Miami Heat, or you think you're on the verge of maybe being a championship team and you just need Damian Lillard. You're going to get that thing done. Doesn't matter when. To them.
All right. Well, I guess it's not our problem. We got our team sorted out, but I just don't want to see him go to the Lakers. I don't want to see him on some team that's really going to matter to us. I mean, at least in the immediate. I mean, any team that's amazing is going to matter to us at some point if we're lucky. I just don't want Ralph to have this.
I don't. The Lakers don't really have a ton of picks. Like I don't see the Lakers as being a team.
Thank you. That's all I needed to hear. I just needed to kind of hear that. Sometimes I just need to hear that. All right, let's take a break. Let's come back, talk a little NFL. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic. Juice Reel, the betting intelligence tool that's making better bettors. Open the App Store and get your hands on Juice Reel. Start betting smarter. Juice, R-E-E-L. Juice Reel. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
As Major League Baseball heads into the final weekend of the first half of the season with the All-Star Game scheduled for next week in Seattle, Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Atlanta Braves is the betting favorite to win the National League MVP. He's at minus 360. Freddie Freeman of the Dodgers plus 1,200, along with teammate Mookie Betts, who is also plus 1,200. In the American League, the favorite is Angels two-way star Shohei Ohtani, who has 31 home runs on the season. He is minus 750 to win the MVP. Corey Seager plus 1,700. Marcus Semien plus 3,500. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Summer is here. Time for perfectly aged, always tender, and guaranteed delicious Omaha Steaks. Here's an amazing offer when you go to omahasteaks.com and enter Garden into the search bar. Save over 61% on the gourmet grill pack and receive 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers when you order. Omaha Steaks isn't just steak. It's the best steak of your life, guaranteed. Type Garden into the search bar at omahasteaks.com and order the gourmet grill pack today. omahasteaks.com, keyword garden.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
You could throw your flip-flop at a bug.
Ew, a bug. Get it.
But the chances of actually hitting it
Over there.
are statistically
It's still alive.
unlikely. Good thing nature's got your back. Stem bug killers combine powerful active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and geraniol and scientifically engineer them into effective bug fighting formulas, safe for use as directed around people, pets, and throughout the home. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
Christmas in July is back at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale. Get a $20 bonus gift card for every $100 gift card you buy. When it comes to Asian cuisine, no one does it better or more authentic than Kasai, where talented Teppan chefs create the food, the fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. It isn't just dinner, it's dinnertainment. A memorable dining experience where delicious 7-course meals prepared right at your table with flair. It's a perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Happy hour is always on fire and offered daily with specials on teppanyaki, sushi, and their signature cocktails. Now through July, for every $100 gift card you buy, get an extra $20 bonus card. Bonus cards cannot be used on the date of purchase. Go to KasaiScottsdale.com. That's KASAI Scottsdale.com or call 480-607-1114. That's 480-607-1114.
This isn't a game of touch in the backyard.
I tore his ass up.
This isn't tossing around the ball with your friends. And it sure as hell isn't flag football.
This is the NFL. Hard-hitting, pad-smacking, body-busting football.
We've got all the primetime games in one place.
On your home for the NFL, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. I love when Cardinal Art just stops in and just goes full blast. He says, hey, by the way, Lakers don't need Dame. Seattle does. Bring back Hoop there and watch the expansion draft blow up like a man smoking at a gas station.
Wow. All right.
I like that. Seattle
Yeah.
Supersonics, they need to come back. Do they? I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
Didn't they leave for a reason?
No, the owner just hated being there.
That was it?
Yeah, man. The crowd, the fans there were, they bought in. It was
20
crazy.
years ago? Like
Yeah.
20 years ago, right?
Yeah, but Supersonics
Was it
crowd.
really
I mean,
20 years ago?
Detlef Shrimp and
I don't think it was
the
20.
man child and the glove. Oh my God, it was so good.
I'm Googling it. Don't worry, Keon.
Because I remember Kevin Durant was a superstar.
2008.
That's
2008.
where you got to. Yeah, it's where
Still,
you
that's 15 years ago. Damn
So
close.
Still not great. I was
All
just
right.
trying not to feel old. That's just.
Oh, welcome to our world.
Don't wanna-
Anyway,
I wanna go.
all right. So the only way that works is expansion. You're right, Cardinal Art. So if you put a team in Seattle, where is a logical place to put the other team? Because you got to even it up, right?
Well, I think Seattle and I think in Nashville.
Nashville.
I don't
Yeah.
know if Nashville can. I mean, they've
Tennessee Titans. Are you kidding me?
they've got enough people. I just
Nashville Predators.
don't know if that's a basketball city.
The Nashville Predators. The Tennessee Titans. Hell yes, that's a basketball city.
I think we need another California team.
I'm just kidding.
Come
Just-
I'm just
Come
kidding.
on, man.
Oh, that's yeah, that's nice. New Mexico does not need a team. No,
What about Kentucky? What about
No,
Louisville, Kentucky?
no, they don't need a team.
All right, then Nashville, Tennessee.
I've been to Nashville many times, and that just doesn't feel like a basketball team.
Dude, they've got 2 of the 3 major sports covered.
I know, but like
I mean-
hockey does make sense in Nashville.
The Mormons got a team. I don't know.
I mean, I guess. I suppose if
Are you
gave
kidding me?
if you gave them a team,
You put an NBA team in Nashville, it would just blow up.
because the only team in Tennessee, of course, is the Grizzlies, and that's West Tennessee, which is real far away. It's like 5-6 hours.
Carolina. They
Carolina.
got one. No, they got the Hornets, right?
Got
That's
the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Virginia.
Nashville, man. Nashville.
How about the Maine? Portsmouth. Says, I don't know. Put one in Hawaii, says Las Toby.
The
Oh, that
Portsmouth Mosquitoes.
I don't know where else. If it's not Nashville, Keon, where else?
I mean,
Iowa's a basketball
Iowa.
state.
I don't even know
Iowa.
a town. I don't even know a town in Iowa. What's the capital?
Des Moines.
Oh, Des Moines. Yeah. Let's no. Let's
Then it's gotta be Nashville.
It's got to be
man.
Nashville. Yeah, just
Montana.
doesn't. I mean,
Nashville.
Nobody lives in Montana though.
One of the Dakotas.
Just the very very low populations of not the kind of folks who like basketball.
Vegas. Las Vegas. Now you're talking Bala 51.
If you're putting one in Seattle, you can't put one in Vegas.
Why?
Because you got to go east west.
You got to go east west.
Hey, nobody cares. You know why? Because my Colts are part of the AFC South. Explain that crap to me.
The NFL has its own problems, and you're just going to have to just
No,
sort that
no.
out. That's the NFL's problem.
Let
It's not the
NBA can
NBA's
sort
problem.
this out. Move somebody else and just put. You got a team in Vegas. You got a team in Seattle. Done deal. Moving on. Or now you need 2 more teams for the East.
Okay,
You
so now
done, Randy?
we've doubled.
Now
our,
you get one. Now you get one in Memphis.
We've doubled our problem because now
I
you
didn't
get
want
one.
one in Memphis. I wanted one in Nashville.
We already have one in Memphis, but now you get one in Nashville, and then what? Now we've got to figure out the other thing, which
Cuba. I don't know.
Key-
Quiet.
Key West.
Key West. Perfect. Quiet Cannon says, Jeffrey, thank you for the health report update on whiskey benefits the other day. He says, how about San Diego?
No.
Why not San
I
Diego?
mean, it gives us
I've
another
got
West
the answer.
problem, which is we've just given the West another team, and we've given California another team.
No.
My God, I have solved it by giving you Seattle and Vegas. Reassign some other team that's sort of on the border of it.
So we're
Put them on
kicking,
the-
we're kicking Memphis east.
How about Dallas? Put them in the East.
They're in Texas.
So what? That's not West. They're not in the West. Texas is not West.
The
They're
Dallas Cowboys in the NFC
They're
East
like in the middle.
barely make sense.
I don't know.
No,
Houston,
West starts at Texas.
Yeah,
roughly.
yeah, nobody likes Texas.
Okay, sure, but that doesn't mean that they're east suddenly.
Listen, I need some help here. Don't tell me what I can't do. You tell me what I can do.
Memphis is further east.
Put a team in
Why
Nashville.
would
That's
Dallas
what you can do.
All right, give Vegas a team, give Nashville a team. I don't think Seattle has the same ability to support a team that
Oh my
Vegas
God.
does.
No, Seattle-
Vegas
Oh my
would
God.
be bigger than Seattle.
Seattle in 2008 was supporting their team. Their
I don't
owner
say they
just
can't support it. I'm saying that Vegas
Yeah.
could do it better.
No.
And the NBA would make more money
No.
off of having Vegas with a team than
No.
they would Seattle.
No.
Then you better give me 2 teams in the East and 2 teams in the West, and we can all go home.
Yeah, I don't see why we need to expand to Vegas necessarily. I mean, Vegas would be a fine spot, but we know it works in Seattle. The owner was just the biggest jerk of all time and was just like, no, I hate it here. That was his reason. Like, he just didn't like it.
Everything works in Vegas. We are learning everything. So
no,
I gave you the solution. All right. So
The A's are moving to Vegas. That's not going to
Yeah.
work.
it's baseball, Randy. You have baseball, basketball, and football.
Have the Raiders worked there?
Yeah.
Just saying.
They're working fine. What are you talking
Are
about?
they? Are they really?
What do you mean? You seem like you're alluding to their problems. There are no problems
Yeah,
there.
a lot of problems. Mm-hmm.
What problem? You're just making crap
the
up.
NHL team just won the Stanley Cup, but what is the football team has done? What have they done?
Well, but that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Nothing. And now the A's are going there. Nothing. They have nothing. You're gonna put what basketball team you're gonna have a basketball team come up there in Vegas?
Yeah, that's what I just said. It'll work. Trust me.
The people of Seattle should never have lost their basketball.
Exactly. I'm on
the
Keon's
first
side. I'm on Keon's side on this one.
There's no side. I'm
the
saying
great people of Seattle
against-
should never have lost their basketball team.
The NBA would do an assessment and say which town would be better
The
for
NBA 's
basketball and make us the most money, and it's going to be Vegas every
Well,
time. Quiet
make-
Cannon is right. It's a
Make it the
tourist
most money.
population.
Sure. I mean,
People will show up
you
and
wanna
go
talk
to the
about-
games whether they're fans or
the
not.
damn
Wait, no,
good people of Seattle, Washington deserve a supersonic team.
The tourist argument works better for baseball because baseball happens in the summer. Like
The A's are going to suck.
You're
though.
not.
But you also have to understand living in a desert, people are going to Vegas in the winter as well.
Yeah.
And actually, it's more comfortable to walk down the strip in the winter. It's comfortable to walk
Yeah,
across
that's
the
true.
street and go to an arena and enjoy anything you want, whether it be football, basketball, baseball, or otherwise.
You know,
or hockey.
old bowl cut Davis is not going to want an NBA team there in Vegas.
It's nothing to do with him.
Oh, it has a lot to do with him. What's the first part of the NBA season? During the NFL season.
No, nobody cares.
People are going to be having
Well,
to make a choice
the
between
Suns
and
don't care about the
everybody
Cardinals or
everybody
vice
in
versa.
Vegas is drunk, and nobody is going to make the right choice.
Well,
They're
that's
going to go to
exactly
Circus
why it's
Circus,
okay.
and everybody's going to lose.
It's not true. You just want to argue. I feel like you just want to argue.
Yeah, because I think the Bensons own the Saints and the Pelicans, so they own the basketball team and the.
So get Bowl Cut there to own a expansion NBA team.
He
How
already
about
owns
that?
the WNBA team.
Sure, why not the NBA team? I'm just saying, I don't want to argue about how the ownership would care or whatever. It's just a simple, basic fact. Vegas would sustain a team better than
Well, I
Seattle.
mean,
Seattle
that's-
can sustain a team. I agree with you, but Vegas could do better. And if the NBA had
Oh, yeah,
choose,
they're not gonna
we
do
could only
better.
have one or the other.
Yeah, they're
but
not gonna
they
do
choose
better.
Vegas.
One
They're
team
not
already
gonna do
has
better.
a fan base. The Seattle
No,
Supersonics fan base.
Seattle
is still there.
Supersonics would far and away
This is a
out produce anything in Vegas.
There's one word that matters more than anything you guys are saying. It's economics. And I guarantee you the economics would mean more money coming out of Vegas, period.
What do you mean
They
mean
already
more?
have examples. Look at the,
What do you
the
mean
Las
mean
Vegas
more?
Knights and the
What does that-
Raiders.
What does that
and
mean? What does it mean more?
More money.
Mean
More
money would
money for the
mean
NBA.
more.
That's
No.
all they care about. They don't care about fans.
Please.
It's always about the money. The Wiz says, yeah, call them the Vegas Vipers. And Lost Toby says, Puerto Rico. How about Puerto Rico?
There we go.
He says
Yeah.
Kansas City might work. Kansas City, Missouri.
No.
Thundar the Santa Barbarian says, why not San Diego? You know, why
No.
bother with
You
San
got-
Diego?
You got two in Los Angeles. You got one in Oakland. You don't need another one in San Diego. Sorry.
He says, actually, just put
Sorry.
it in Los Angeles to save the drama of another San Diego moving to LA.
There you go.
Just cut the middleman out there.
That's just what they do over there. They,
Yeah,
they,
San
they
Diego
get
didn't wanna-
franchises and then they lose them.
San Diego didn't want to keep the Chargers in San Diego by building a new stadium.
Nor did they want to keep the Clippers. So
And there you go.
Big George says, Randy, your logic is flawed. The last two expansion NHL teams have been the Seattle Kraken and the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Both deserve an NBA team now, and both can sustain it. But the problem is what Keon is saying that now you have two new West teams. What are you going to do about balancing it for the East?
Well, you send another team to Nashville. Big George. How
Two
am I
teams.
flawed?
Two teams either both sides.
and then kick Memphis into the East.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memphis don't belong in the West.
So here's what you have. You've got Seattle, Vegas, Memphis, and Puerto Rico. I have solved the problem.
Memphis said, wait, what?
Puerto Rico should get the A's.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico
might appreciate it more. I mean,
and it would be a better team. I'll tell you that damn
that
much right
farm
now.
system would be amazing.
Puerto Rico should get the damn A's. and that team would be revolutionary. They would be great.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's not great is the USFL. It turns out the XFL has won. The XFL has won as the champion. Remember I told you the other day their ratings were pretty much the same for the season?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the difference has been found, a 14% difference between the XFL and the USFL when it comes to their championship game ratings. And so the winner of all things crappy, football. Yeah. I'm just didn't even want to say the word out loud with XFL and USFL feels wrong.
Yeah.
But the XFL has won. So now I don't know what happens next. The
Yeah,
USFL
so has the USFL already had their championship game?
They did just
I
recently.
didn't even know when it happened.
A couple weeks ago, I think.
At least when the XFL did theirs, I saw commercials for it. I
Did
knew.
the USFL have a season this year?
They did.
Here's when it happened. I guess it happened during the 4th of July weekend, last Saturday night. I didn't even know.
Way to make sure that nobody was watching it.
Absolute brilliant marketing right
during
there.
the 4th of July weekend.
If it's between me and drinking with my friends, I'm not watching the USFL. What is happening?
So here's what it is. The XFL had 1.4 million people watch that, and then the USFL 20% less. So or 14% less. So I'm not doing the math. You guys can do that.
Imagine being the second subpar football league to play an entire season in championship.
We're
games.
number 3. We're number 3.
You went second out of 2 leagues nobody cared about. Of course, nobody watched your game.
Cardinal Art thinks I'm tripping in the heat, he says. Seattle will easily have a better fan base in the NBA. Vegas has the best winners in town already. The Aces and Strip Club Life, lifetime lap dancing for the night. Sounds like a winner lap dance.
Well, I mean, listen, if James Harden goes to Las Vegas on an expansion team, they're going to win. Okay,
that is just good economics.
If you're thinking about all right, strip clubs compared to NBA teams, all right, Vegas is a good destination. Now, if you want a legitimate NBA contender, you need to go to Seattle.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, 100%.
A team is going to be a contender based on what the ownership and the general management do and how it works in an expansion draft. It has nothing to do with where.
And also, just depends on. There's also an angle where Vegas actually is a team where you'll win more games because the same way they refer to DC and Miami and Atlanta, the city, LA, the city is the 6th man.
Big George says San Diego's already had 2 NBA teams and couldn't support them. First, it was San Diego Rockets, then the San Diego Clippers. Says the only thing San Diego can fully support is the Padres. Fair enough.
That's about it. Yeah.
All the resources are going there.
That's all they can do there in San Diego.
That's about a San Diego speed. Is just a nice.
They need to, and they need to somehow explode, that football stadium and put in some condos or something. I mean, what a joke.
I'm sure they'll get around to it.
Have you seen the Poinsettia Bowl they have there at that football stadium? Oh my God. There's like vines all over the field. The sprinklers don't work. The grass looks terrible.
The old knight from the Last Crusade. I've been here for thousands of years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they flip the coin toss. You've chose poorly.
Yeah. They've got the flags up there for the last game. The San Diego Chargers were there. They're all like ragged, blowing in the breeze.
It's like a dystopian nightmare in there.
It's just horrible.
It's what FedEx Field is going to look like when the Commandos leave.
They used it for they used it for a bailout point when they had all those wildfires there in San Diego a couple of years ago. They haven't fixed the field. These poor college guys are out there trying to play football, falling into holes, never to be seen from again.
I've never played from a foxhole before.
When the committee puts out the what bowl games everyone's assigned to, if you find out that you're going to the Poinsettia Bowl, you just hear swearing from the
you
locker
just
room.
quit.
It's just,
Yeah. I'm holding out for the NFL draft. You're not going to be drafted. I know, but I'm just holding out.
So many fake injuries. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, coach.
I broke my leg somehow.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we got on this date in Big Georgia's sports history and some other stuff. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
You could throw your flip-flop at a bug.
Ew, a bug. Get it.
But the chances of actually hitting it
over there
are statistically
it's still alive.
Unlikely. Good thing nature's got your back. Stem bug killers combine powerful active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and geraniol and scientifically engineer them into effective bug fighting formulas, safe for use as directed around people, pets, and throughout the home. Stem, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
DQ presents Picture This. You're getting together with all your best friends. Now picture all your best friends are actually the delicious ingredients of the new cake batter cookie dough blizzard. That's DQ soft serve, cake batter flavor, confetti cookie dough pieces, and DQ signature sprinkles. Oh, hey, it sounds like you got some pretty sweet friends. And that's worth cueing the confetti. Cookie dough! The flavor party isn't going to last forever, so hurry in and get your cake batter fix today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Give back to Arizona and be part of something bigger than yourself. When you sign up for AmeriCorps, you open a door to make a difference. Serve as a teacher, protect nature, support veterans, or help where your passion lies. Part-time or full-time, student or senior, AmeriCorps is for everyone. Sign up at serve.az.gov. That's serve.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Governor's Office of Youth, Faith, and Family.
Hello, everyone. Desert Equity Lending is back again with a mortgage product that we have all been waiting for. We are excited to offer once again the no document loan that we all remember from years ago. That's right. It's a true no document loan. Remember when stated income loans were available? They were the most popular mortgages available for self-employed, as well as for those borrowers that couldn't quite show enough income to qualify using regular underwriting guidelines. This new no doc loan is changing the way people get approved for a mortgage. Listen to this. No income, no problem. No tax returns, no problem. It doesn't take perfect credit to qualify either. If you have a good down payment and decent credit, you need to call now. These mortgages are being approved for primary residence as well as a second home. We are doing it the old-fashioned way. We use common sense underwriting to approve what other banks walk away from. Call 602-509-3000 to talk with a real person that can get you answers in hours, not days. That's 602-509-3000. Make the call. You will be glad you did. Desert Equity Lending. Desert Equity Lending, MB 0906989, NMLS 173369. Conditions and restrictions apply.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Arizona's new home for sports.
Hey, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Mr. Pringle says, all right, I got it. He says, put an NBA team in Flint, Michigan. Call them the Tropics.
I want it to work. In my heart, I really want it to work.
Mm-hmm. He says, by the way, Jack in the Box is now offering Snoop's Munchie Meal. I saw that commercial and I'm like, boy, we've come a long way, haven't we?
Snoop's Munchie Meal?
Yeah, the Jack in the Box is openly marketing towards stoners. You know,
they're behind the times, honestly, because Taco Bell's been doing that for years.
Well, they didn't even do it on purpose. They just like, we're Taco Bell, you're stoned, you know.
Look, there's ground beef, there's beans, and there's cheese, and there's lettuce, and we just put that in various things,
and it'll blow your mind.
Yeah,
and it does
every time.
They've come up with a deep fried tortilla. They call it a chalupa.
Mm-hmm. Chalupa, gordita, all these made up words that don't mean anything in Spanish.
Yeah.
It's kind of like IKEA. All those words are made up words. They don't mean anything in Swedish. Same thing for Taco Bell food, I think. Randy's Chuckle says, why does it feel like a holiday when the Yankees are getting smashed? Oh, are they? Are they? You got to tell me this sooner. That lifted my spirit.
You want to talk about Christmas in July? 13 zip
Oh,
Orioles over the Yanks.
Yes. Something happened with. That was.
Jeffco.
Hmm?
The Orioles have been just absolutely decimating the Yanks all season long.
Just killing them. 7 runs in the 3rd inning. 5 in the 4th.
So happy.
I mean, it's 13-0, and it's only the bottom of the 4th right now.
It is probably worth an orbital fracture. You know what I'm saying? That's the trade-off. Cameraman gets an orbital fracture. The Yankees get their asses kicked.
The Baltimore Orioles scored 7 runs in the top of the 3rd inning.
How many games are they going to play? Is this a 4-game series? Because they've already played 3, and the Yankees won the first 2. Baltimore won the last one. So what's the story here? Are they going to?
This is the last game of the series.
Okay.
So Jeffrey, here's one you're going to like. The Baltimore Orioles' current record: 50-35. The Yankees 48-39.
Blimey. That's the same as our record, 50-37. So,
I mean,
I don't even care about any of that, to be honest. They're beating the Yankees, and that's all that matters to me.
If you told me the Orioles were going to be this good at the beginning of the season, I would have laughed in your face.
It's the same thing as the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
Same thing. 888-368-1580. Lost Toby says, Snoop Dogg munchie meal at Jack in Box, $14. I remember back in my day, there were $6. Yeah, man. All that stuff. Everything.
Remember back in my day, it was like $5.
Well, back in Randy's day, it was 35 cents. And you got a drink.
That's true.
Blissful Hayes says, I agree with Randy. Seattle makes more sense for an NBA expansion team. They already have a devoted fan base. Them fans deserve another team. The Supersonics won an NBA championship in Seattle. It sucked when they left in the first place.
100% right. And this might be Sean Kemp's final grasp at a normal life.
Sorry?
Sean Kemp.
I know, but he's out of the league, you know.
Yeah, I know. He still lives in the Seattle area. He's got like 24 kids.
What do you? I don't understand.
If they had a basketball team, he'd quit going around and making more children.
Yeah, his hobby.
He would get focused on basketball again. See what I'm saying?
Maybe. That's his hobby. That's like him and Nick Cannon.
No. Sean Kemp doesn't know what to do with no basketball in Seattle. I mean, you bring basketball back, all of a sudden he's associated with the Supersonics, and all of a sudden he's got extra time on his hand. Therefore, there's no more Kemp kids running around Seattle. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, maybe some of them could play on the team. I don't know.
Oh, you're damn right they can.
King of Kenton says she wants my $5 footlong. What are you talking about?
Excuse me?
Big George says Jack in the Box has been advertising to stoners for decades. I remember a commercial from the early 2000s where the stone guy drove up to the drive-thru, didn't know what to order, so Jack from Jack in the Box shows up on his shoulder. It's like a dream and says, why not order 100 tacos? And the stoner guy goes, dude, that's what I was thinking. Actual commercial.
And also they serve mini tacos, like a box of tacos about an inch big. That is a giant. That is stoner food.
That was my favorite.
Ever seen it?
I'd go hit the Graham Central Station, hit the Jack in the Box on the way. Give me that party pack of tacos. I'd destroy that thing.
As long as you didn't mind waiting 20 minutes in a drive-through, damn right.
I don't know about you, but the Jack in the Box I went to, they were like, they were on it.
The Jack in the Box
in the East Valley. If you might get that.
Very good. That'll be $3. Pull around the front window.
No,
please.
you get to the drive-through in the East Valley, and you could get there drunk and be sobered up by the time they handed you your food.
I mean, honestly, and as for me, the Jack in the Box near where I live is across the street from a dispensary. A weed dispensary. Like people
go got the tacos lined up
one side of the road,
fish in a barrel
across the street. I mean, it's like
the night manager walks in. All right, give me 1,000 tacos ready to go now. Just give me 1,000 right now.
And the manager of Jack in the Box says, "We're ready for you."
Right?
We knew you were coming.
The night manager, give me 150 French fries.
How did you know I was coming? Well, you stood over there across the street for an hour and a half.
You were staring
at us.
our direction. Yeah.
We figured it out. So Quiet Cannon says Jack in the Box tacos are marinated in grease, then they're fried in grease.
Who cares?
Except for he spelled grease Greece. So
You're marinated
in the country
in the nation of Greece and then imported to the U.S.
Isn't that like the gooch grease we talked about? That's in your groin area.
More than likely, yes.
Greece.
Don't call it Jack in the Box for any other reason,
Yeah,
man.
I see.
Can we get this going here for this?
Sure. Yeah.
This program's over. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1957, Althea Gibson became the first African-American player to win a Wimbledon singles title when she defeated Darlene Hard in straight sets to win the women's singles championship. In all, Althea won 11 Grand Slam tournaments, 5 singles titles, 5 doubles titles, and 1 mixed doubles title. Back to me, Jeffrey. Yeah, listen, at a time when racism and prejudice were widespread in sports and society, unlike now, Gibson, it was often compared to the Jackie Robinson of tennis for helping break the color barrier there in tennis. So sound like with that record, very, very, very Venus-like, very, what's the other sister?
Serena.
It's very Serena-like with, how many Grand Slams does Serena have? 11? I don't know. Althea was the Venus. My mouth stopped working about 3 minutes
I'm
ago.
your Venus. I'm your Serena.
Well, Serena's got 23.
All right, well then fine. Althea sucked so bad. She was horrible.
Serena's just eclipsed every human being in tennis at this point, but yeah.
But she paved the way.
Yeah.
How's that?
She walked so that Serena could run.
It's 11 goddamn more Grand Slam titles than I have.
Well,
I've eaten many Grand Slams.
can we end the show
That's
right
a good
now?
point. It's a good point.
No. By the way, this whole Christmas in July with Kasai contest we're doing next week. And I think we're doing it the week after as well. That just means that we know we've got 2 more weeks of not being fired. Because somebody's got to. Well, okay, by me, I mean me. You keep playing that, I don't know what's going to happen to you.
Wow. Very, very blunt.
And see, you're just asking for it, aren't you? You're just looking to collect unemployment, aren't you, Randy? That's what's going on here. Yeah, go ahead. But I'm just saying, we at least have this promotion till we get fired. Are you looking to just play every sound effect you have till the show's over? Is that what you're doing? Well, I can't guarantee further. I'm just saying, at least I know this.
Oh, I said and no further, probably.
No,
I mean,
zero.
The way that this is going.
Yeah, if Randy keeps it up. Yeah, maybe we might have 1 week. I don't know. Lost Toby says Orioles had plenty of signs coming in the season that they were going to be good. Yeah, and so did the Diamondbacks. It's just you take a minute before you start believing it.
Yeah, it's just sort of like when the Lions started winning a bunch of games last year. Just like there were things there that were going to work, but you still have to look at it and go, really? The Lions? It's just, you're just not used to seeing it.
Blissful Hayes says, are you expecting to be fired in 2 weeks? Well, okay, so we've said this before. Generally, when people get fired around here, it happens on the 15th or the 30th. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you make it past the 15th or the last day of the month, you at least have a couple weeks.
We have at least 9 more days to go.
Yeah.
Before potentially.
No, 10 more days. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, it's the 6th today.
Oh, I see. For the 15th.
Yeah.
Well, but we have, I told you, we got Christmas in July with the sign. So I think we've got until July 31st.
At least 9 more before we are replaced.
We could do a lot of damage in that much time.
Oh boy.
No, Blissful Hayes. Blissful Hayes, 1,000,000 times no. No. All right, listen, we don't have any more time for this. We don't have any more time at all. Oh, I'm just
Say
saying.
that was reindeer we should be listening for tomorrow on the show?
Monday.
Starting
Trust me.
tomorrow, we listen for the reindeer?
No, not tomorrow. We have nothing to give away tomorrow. We have $50 gift certificates to give away every day the following week.
Oh, on Monday.
Yeah.
So what do we listen for tomorrow?
Nothing. Just listen to the damn show. I'll get you through this, Randy. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Thundar Sound Barbarian says, don't fire Keon.
You know how many co-hosts you went through before you found him? I'm starting the Save Keon movement.
Yeah.
We're not just firing
Yeah.
him. I think we'd all be fired. In fact,
Yeah.
he might be the only person who survived.
Well, that's true.
See you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. Daily Blender, 1580, The Fanatic.
What's holding you back from learning the language you've always wanted to know?